Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
How are
Hi,
you?
Shabana. Yeah, good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I've been busy doing. I've actually, because it's been such a nice day in Melbourne, I thought I'd get some washing done. And I stripped my whole bed back, everything on it, absolutely everything. And because it's a king size, everything's it's twice big and twice as hard to get dry. I actually put it in the washing machine. I put my the feather pillows in there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And because the feather pillows are in this material that not much air gets in through, it kind of blew the pillow up and the water went all over the floor. And I thought I had a leak in my washing machine. Oh my God, I stressed.
Oh, did you threat?
Did you go to work today?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at work every day. You know me.
Yes,
Hi,
I do.
Sonia.
I do.
Hi,
Hi, Shawana.
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Um,
Hi, Sonia.
I have to get a bigger desk because where my desk is at the moment, it's all the crap is on it. So I've got my notepad, my phone, my water, I've got my
Do you want to
cards.
see
It's
how
just too
much
small. It's
space
only
I've
like this
got?
big.
Do you want to
Huh?
see how much space I've got? Hang on. Let me
Yeah.
show you. That's it.
Oh, Caroline, you're like me. That's like mine at the
There's
moment.
not much. There's not much room happening here.
Yeah,
Hang on. Let me put you back.
yeah.
I'm back.
Thanks, Sonia.
So there's not
Um,
that much room on mine. Can't you show me your desk, Andrew?
I can't because the camera's inbuilt in the computer into the
So
Mac.
turn the computer around. Oh yeah.
I can't.
Pick it
It's
up.
in the. I can't. I can lift it up, but it's gonna be too heavy. But it's pretty much just where I'm
Oh, you
sitting.
poor
Probably
baby. Get
about
the violin out.
here. Sorry, it's probably about where the screen is. My frame
Yeah.
is probably like that big. So the monitor's there. 'Cause everything's in the
Yep.
monitor on the Mac, and the cards
Yes.
are here. But it's literally no room to do anything.
No, I know. I know.
I'll have to
I
make some room
know.
somehow.
Okay, we've got about 7 people in the background there. We're just waiting for people to come in. So please like and share our pages. The pages are in the description. If you are new and you're just sitting in the background, please go through and like the both pages and also the live itself. I think it's going to be a pretty good night. So, everybody, if you want an in-depth reading, please pop your donation through 20 Australian dollars or more because you're going to get 2 people reading for you. So it's a pretty good bargain because if you were to get it privately, it would cost you a whole lot more. So please do, and you all know where my donations go to the anti-child trafficking. Andrew is still, I think you're contemplating where to put yours still, aren't you? You still
Yeah,
haven't,
I'm
yeah,
I'm I'm doing it towards the business, my own business. So
yeah,
now to buy more tarot decks.
yes,
So it goes into the business that I do or the stuff I'm
yes.
doing for people.
Temple of
To
Life
invest
Holistic
in.
Services.
Yeah.
That's what you've
So
called it, isn't it? That's what you've called your business?
yes, so people that are joining, you can find me on the name that's there. So Temple of Light Holistic Services. I believe it's also in the description link as well in the
Yes,
post. If you can like my page and follow me, I do a week card reading, a single card reading for the week, and I post things that come through intuitively. For any of you that don't know me or wanting to know a little bit more, my main thing is I'm a healer first. That's just what I'm born to do. I am a channel. I'm getting to channeling work, which is it's quite profound and quite interesting to say the least, because I'm getting to meet new things, new beings, that kind of stuff. So I do tarot readings, but it's not really advertised. But I do it if needed, and I just do some spiritual work. So I'm still developing and growing myself, and getting to where I need to in my life as well, in my
yep.
business. Any of you that don't know me, please, like I said before, follow me. Not only Caroline as well, follow Caroline. follow me as well, my page, and like and see what
Andrew,
stuff
have you got the link that you can post in the chat, or do you want me to do that?
I can find it on my phone. I can
Yep.
do it that way. So just bear with me, guys.
Yep. So please keep the love hearts coming across the screen. That helps out with the algorithms on what do we call Facebook. So please keep them coming. And for all of you who are sitting in the background, there are a few of you. I can see who is there. So please come say hello. It'll be really nice to come say hello. There's Andrew's details there of his page. Hello, Caroline, or Caroline, should I say?
Caroline.
Hello. My nemesis over the other side of the world. Yes, thank you. It's really weird seeing that name up there with a Y-N-E. It really is. Have you ever seen another Andrew Coutet?
Huh?
Have you ever seen another Andrew Coutet?
No, because the surname is more unique than Thomas.
Yes, I guess so. When I ring up and make appointments, I have to be really careful because there's so many Caroline Thomases around that, there's only one of me that lives at my address, obviously, but I have to be really careful of that.
You know what's been terrible? Mark's name is exactly the same as somebody else that used to live in the same area, brought up in, same birthday, same name, and the same hospital born in, because every time he goes for like a police check to do work, like, you know what I mean, new employment, that type of thing. Hi, Carolyn. They have to manually process it. So when he does it online, usually you get back within 1 or 2 days. He's taken about 2 weeks because there's been a lot of issues with the person.
Wow.
There's been a lot of issues with the same person, the same name, and the same person, same name, same date of birth, and there's been a lot of issues with that person. So when Mark gets the police check done, it always takes longer because they investigate it further. What are the odds?
Yeah, I know. Well, I could tell you a great big long story about my dad's, my kid's dad. Basically the same thing happened to him. I won't go into it, but the person that was also had his name. Didn't live at our address, but also lived in the area, and they were checking out all of the Thomases, and he was wanted on charges, and of course it wasn't my ex. So that was a feat in itself, for being blamed for something that he didn't do, and anyway, that's a long story. Yes, Mina, we can see your message. We are waiting for people to come in here at the moment. There's about 15. If you would like a message, please like and follow both of our pages before requesting a free reading. If you'd like an in-depth reading, you can pop in $20 or more Australian equivalent. And then we can get to you. Oh, no, I haven't done that, Sonia. Goodness me. Hang on. I've got it all ready. So I will pin it right now. Thank you for that, Sonia. You need to be my admin, Sonia. Right, yeah. Hang on. Let's put it in here. Paste.
Just bear with me, Carol. I'm just going to quickly do a quick prayer of what to do before.
Focus woman. Yes, focus woman. Where's your avatar?
I don't have one yet.
Whoa. Huh?
I'll put one up. I'll copy it from somewhere and put it up.
Okay. All right. All right. Now I have to just pin this comment. Sonia, just let me know if you refresh your page. Can you just let me know if that's now pinned? I'm pretty sure it is. So the one that's coming through Facebook is complete in its entirety. The one that's coming through YouTube, you only have a certain amount of characters that you can put in See the difference here? You only have a certain amount of characters that you can put in the chat. So if you read the one that comes through Facebook, it is there in its entirety. Thank you, Sonia. All right. How are you, by the way, Mina? Hello, Christine. How are you? Hope you stick around for a little while. Hey, Kirsty, if I didn't say hello to you before, yes, Mina did say hello. I just saw that, so that's good. All right. So how are we all? You're in India, Mina. Okay. Have you liked both of our pages? And we can certainly get into doing some free readings shortly because the list has not opened yet for in-depth readings. Can you guys hear that music in the background? It's not unsettling to anybody. It is Native American Indian flute. It's supposed to calm the spirit, the soul, and the heart. Hello, Mila. How you doing? I'm good, thank you. I had a very productive day in here in Melbourne because it was nice weather, so I did a lot. But I'm not gonna be having my two favourite pillows to sleep with tonight, so that's gonna blow me away. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I had to wash them. I'm not real good. I'm not real good going without my pillows. Usually I do one at a time, but I thought, nah, I'm gonna do both of them, and now I haven't got one to sleep on. It has to be dried properly. Did you just spray yourself? I need to spray myself as well.
And I just did a little prayer, that's all. I usually do that for any sort of spiritual work and that kind of thing.
Of course. We do. We do.
Have to these days.
Hello,
yeah.
Som. How are you? Sonia's Mila's saying hello to Sonia.
Hi, Mila.
I followed you both. Okay, great. Good to hear that, Carolyn. Vanessa, I think you're new to the page as well. Don't forget to like and follow both of the pages and also pop your love hearts or anything over the screen. I make up my own, Sonia. I originally got this one through a company. I'll show you the bottle in a minute, but I use the spray bottle because I like it. It's made of metal, not plastic. And it was originally called Pillow Potion, but I put my own mixture in this bottle here. I mean, Andrew also made one up for me, and I that one's in the kitchen, but I usually put a whole lot of stuff in there for me, so that keeps me all nice. And it's just a mist. You just spray yourself. You just spray your aura and your field with that.
Yeah. I've got a few bottles in my room, my healing room, but I mainly use that for clients.
Yeah.
With me, I haven't used any sprays in myself for a long time, actually, to think about it.
No, I do. I just sit here and I just spray because I can. Plus I love the smell as well. Just I can breathe it. It's just really nice. And yes, Sonia, you can make your own sprays if you've got your own aromatherapy oils. All you need to do is mix it with something. That's not a spray. It's actually a spritz. It's made with water. I think the one you gave me, Andrew, is mixed with water too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some of the ones that people mix have a base oil in them, like something like this. They have base oils in them. They're not made with water. They've just got a lot of, I think that's frankincense and myrrh in there. And it's just mixed with the base oil and also the oil itself. Hello, Miranda. How are you? Yeah, so there's lots of different ways you can do it. Kirsty, I'm going through a phase where scents are super strong at the moment. Well, you don't have to put that much on. Just one spray is enough. I mean, I can't remember the last time I put on some perfume. It's usually, even Andrew will remember, I walk into the post office and he could smell me straight away with the with the aromatherapy oils that I had on always, wasn't it?
It was strong. It wasn't just when you walked past, as soon as you walked into the shop.
Yeah. And that was only on the wrists.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't used sprays in a while, probably since last year. Because we do protection and stuff like that. To me, that feels like it's enough. The way I do it and stuff, and it's funny looking back as well and seeing the way it used to be for me years ago, relying on sprays and things like that as well, which is always good to have, but developing and learning other techniques. Sound, I use a lot of sound.
Yeah, but you don't have to rely so much on the smell because you're a guy. I'm a girl, I'm a lady, and I love those smells, always have had. And, spritz to me is just the bee's knees. And if I don't have a spritz, and I mean, I've got them all over the house, but usually the oil is enough on my wrists, on my neck, and, on my chest. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Okay, people, what are we doing here? Let us know if you want a reading, an in-depth reading, by popping your donation through. If not, we can do single cards for you. Sometimes
the star seed affirmation.
Oh, very nice.
So people that so not everyone misses out. Everyone gets a little bit of something.
Oh, maybe I'll use my starlight one. This one here.
Yeah. So we can kick it off with some of these affirmations, and if you like, and see where it leads us.
And sometimes smells good. I use the oils on every door frame in my house for cleansing and protection. Good one, Carolyn. That's good. And Carolyn, I would love a card pull, please. All right, Carolyn, you can be the first one, seeing as you asked so nicely. Don't forget to please send the love hearts across the screen. That always helps. Just keep your finger on it or something like that. That would really help. Get the algorithms going. And now Charlie is just going berserk at something outside. Okay, so what does Carolyn Thomas need to know? I'm doing this one from the Starlight deck.
Sorry.
Go on.
Yeah, this is from the Starseed Oracle, Starseed affirmation cards deck.
So this one here is called the Outer Space card, and it says, take time to heal, grow, and expand, Carolyn. All right, so take time for yourself. Go out into nature. Do some growth, like internal growth. They're not talking about your growth on a physical level. They're talking about your growth on a spiritual level, and expand your consciousness with that. All right, so that's your message. Time to heal, grow, and expand. They want you to do that at the moment. I think there are a lot of people doing that at the moment. Nina, if you would like an in-depth reading, please pop your donation through. We can do, Andrew, would you like to do a card for Mina for her highest?
Yep. So I'll just do this card. Just going to do it from the affirmation deck. So the card that flipped out for her is creation. So it's being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul.
Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing and unfolding your limitless creativeness. Very good.
So that can be, that can also be a message for her son as well. Maybe he has to think outside the box, be creative if he's looking or searching.
Yes, absolutely. Brianna, I've got a card for you, and it says, reevaluate. In the starlit sky, we still look for the falling star. So when you look up, I know you love butterflies, but they're asking you to evaluate something, reevaluate something. They're asking you to look up at the sky, um, and look for that falling star and basically make a wish upon the star, they're saying. And I know that you like doing things like that. So, I want you to go outside. I don't know. I don't think it's morning time where you are, but at night time, just find a star in the sky and make a wish upon a star. And if it falls, even better. But just do a little bit of reevaluating, they're asking you. Just make sure that things are the way you want them to. And if they're not, reevaluate them. You've got some type of new beginning coming for you as well, Brianna. That was just an intuitive message for you. Andrew, who are you picking?
You did Brianna, so I'll do one for Shalana Skinner. So
Shalana?
the card that was drawn is observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. So observation. So expanding your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. So that could be maybe observing. That can be perhaps maybe observing. Maybe allowing yourself to expand in your consciousness, thinking outside the box as well, and seeing what life is telling you, what your surroundings is telling you as well. Could be from answers or things that you're wanting to learn about, or anything that you're picking up in your surroundings. Maybe become the observer as well and seeing what intuitive messages are coming through for that. I hope that helps, Shavana.
Okay, Marantha. Do you? Okay, so this is for you, Marantha. It says, expand. Growth is often uncomfortable and messy, but necessary. So they're watching you expand, they're watching you grow, and they're watching because you are feeling uncomfortable at the moment and it feels necessary. It feels necessary. That's a new word. Oh, I like that one. Necessary, Andrew.
Necessary.
No, watch. Necessary. Messy.
Necessary.
But necessary. So, Miranda, can you please write that word down? Necessary, because this is something that is obviously necessary, but it is messy, and they are watching over you as you do and go through this. Please know that you're not on your own. Okay, love and light to you, Miranda. Necessary. I have to write down that word. I like that one. Necessary.
So the card that was drawn here, it's called advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow follow the stirrings of your heart. So that's.
Who's this for?
It's called advancement.
Who's it for?
It's Marantha.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh.
A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. So I hope that. You can't get any more Kenny than that, can you? So who else is there?
Catch on. Yes, I know, Sonia. I was just thinking about that. I've just started a new trend. It's called necessary. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to put it on my screen because I actually like that word, necessary. Sonia, you're another one of these people that needs to wish upon a star. You need to do a lot more manifesting. You need to be deep with your manifestations. So, and I don't know why this keeps doing that to me. Come on. It's not doing it. It won't. There we go.
Yeah. Oh.
You need to wish upon a star. All right. Do some dreaming. Do some manifesting, Sonia. You need to start doing some manifesting. You need to put a little bit more time into it, and yeah, keep doing what you're doing as well. They're saying, but you also have to be. you also have to give yourself permission to do things a little bit more slowly. You're speeding up, and they want you to slow it down a little bit so that you recognize what's happening around you. Good night, Miranda. Lewis Brown, if you would like a card, please make sure that you like both of our pages before you request a card, and also like the live. So
Yes.
we're up to 16 likes or love hearts at the moment on the live. So just let me know when you've done that. Christy, good morning. Crystal Billings, good morning to you. All right, so Sonia Mila has put through a donation as well, so we'll get to her shortly. Now, I'm just going to ask out of curiosity, because apparently somebody in the audience needs a message, and it's not going to be from the deck. It's going to be an intuitive message. So who is it there? How does one manifest? Doesn't it just happen? It's Vanessa. It's the intention that you put behind it. That you have a thought. Every thought that you have allows your life to go on its path, so to speak. So you need to make sure that when you manifest things, that you do it in the now, and it doesn't just happen to you. If you want something bad enough, want is in the future, but you can manifest it into your beingness. You can manifest it into your space just by purely believing that it's going to happen. Draw it into your life, because that's what the spiritual community is all about as well.
To touch up on that, what you just said as well, you're right, and manifesting, I find it's a little bit more. For me, manifesting is what you said, Caroline, but it also, for me, means starting to achieve what you want as well. So you can't just sit there and go, for example, I want a house, but you're not doing anything to initiate that. So it has to work both ways. The universe is not going to throw you something and go, oh, here's a free gift for you, because you want it. They want you to they want you to sort of work for it as well. So manifesting, for example, using that terminology, manifesting for a house, you need to start the savings and start the ball rolling in order to do that. But it will more likely I wouldn't say more likely to happen, but as long as the universe sees you trying, it will provide you with the necessary tools to reach that as well. So manifesting is good, but you have to also start that ball rolling as well. That's what I'm getting as well.
Oh, okay. Mila's paying it forward.
Options will come in, yeah.
Sorry, Mila, I didn't go into that. I just saw it coming across my screen.
Yeah. So it's starting the ball. It's inviting that energy into your life, that what you're wanting to achieve, and things will move. The universe will respond and give you more and more and more. Yeah.
Jane O'Neill, you have some personal work to do before somebody is introduced to you in your life. They're telling me that there's some emotional setbacks. They're calling them setbacks that you're going through at the moment. So they want you to just concentrate on who you are and what it is that you want out of life. Having a partner in your life is just going to make things, it will be a bonus for you, all right? You can't use a partner to help you stay happy. You have to be happy with yourself first. Now, if you draw in a partner at the wrong time of your life, what they're going to send you is somebody that will give you a lot of lessons to live through, and you don't want that. So work on yourself first, know who you are, and then manifest that into your life. So hopefully, Jane, that has helped you. Okay. Where has this guy gone? Lewis Brown, have you done the likes anywhere? Just let us know. You're welcome, Jane. I hope that makes sense to you. And, you know, this guy, whoever this is, guy, girl, they, them, will come in when the universe is ready to hand them to you, right, to bring it into your life. And that will go hand in hand with your manifestations as well.
Hi, Jill. So we're just asking people that are joining us that that are new here, if you can like and share our pages, like us and follow us on our page as well, which is Caroline's Energy Healing and Tarot Card Readings, and mine is Temple of Light Services. So please look in the post or description, and the links will be there to follow us on our pages. That's the only thing that we do ask for people that are new here, and also not only we do in-depth readings for the energy exchange, but sometimes, you know, to get the ball rolling, we do offer a simple card draw or intuitive messages. But in order for us to do that, we appreciate that if you go out and like our page and follow us as well, because it's a lot of time and effort that we do getting ourselves out there and putting ourselves vulnerability out here. And that's the least. It's a small ask. It's a small ask for people to do as well. So we'd be very grateful for you guys to do that.
Yes,
but like yeah, it's not much to ask, isn't it, Caroline?
No, it's not. Not much to ask at all. And plus, you'll have a great time. You know, once you like the page, you'll start to see messages in anything that, you know, that comes through to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a reading that we're doing for yourself. It can be a reading from that belongs to somebody else. It is, there's a lot of messages that can be taken on board for yourself. So now, the people who are sitting in the chat is going up and down at the moment. So come say hello. Just come and say, and there goes Charlie again. Oh, she does think she's a big boss. I can hear a possum running along the back fence, and she's just going to go out there and cause havoc, wreak havoc. Hey, Shanara, how are you? Hi, Rona. Dublin, Ireland. Could I have a reading, please? We can do an in-depth reading for you if you like. You can pop through a donation, or you can have a single card at the moment. And then we will be giving away a reading to people, preferably somebody who hasn't had a reading for a while. Or somebody new, that is. So come say hello.
Yes. Yeah.
Rona. I'm getting a little bit anxious thinking about you. I don't know whether you're getting hot flashes or whether you are having difficulty breathing at the moment, like with something on your chest. But I just get that there is something going on with your health that needs to be taken care of at the moment. So, Rona, if that makes sense to you, please get it attended to, or they're talking about your body being more alkaline. They want you to make sure that your body is more alkaline so that it is not in a state of stress. Okay, you have asthma. All right. So just help your body out a little bit. I know that asthma is something that you can't really keep a check on, but please do the best you can. It does feel heavy in the chest. So just take care of that. Right. You got anything for Jill? Love when other viewers' message resonates with. Yes, absolutely, Lisa. That's absolutely true. You can always take that on board. I'm always taking on board what the other readers say. Sometimes it's very close to home. for Jill?
Jill, just bear with me for a second, I'll just tune in a little bit. I'm sort of getting the word stress. I'm not to the point where you're. This is for Jill. So when I mean stress, I don't mean pulling your hair out or anything like that, but it's a bit of not stressed out, but just a bit of angst towards something, maybe a bit of frustration. I'm getting my mind going 100 miles per hour. It's just going blah, 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 blah. I just want to get these things done. I want to get things done. I want to get things done. What they tell me is that tell Jill she needs to slow down a little bit. Don't forget to breathe. Slow down and just relax your energy. Wherever they're not telling me, they're not showing me which part of aspect of your life it's causing you to be like this, or to be like almost like nerves, almost like because you're not because you're frustrated, not because you're stressed out, not stressed out, but just saying a bit of heightened stress. That's all. But they're not showing me where
Hypervigilant.
You're right. Yeah, they're not showing me which aspects of your life. Maybe that's what they don't want to show me, because you probably want to keep that to yourself. But what they're telling me is get it to slow down, get it to breathe deeper, breathe not heavier but deeper into the heart, then into the stomach, and expand, and then breathe back out, and just relax those shoulders down a bit and relax your back. So meditation is going to help. It doesn't have to be guided meditation. It could just be normal meditation. Possibly work. I'm getting work related. So I'm not sure if you're under the pump or under pressure, but that's what I'm sort of sensing as well. So, but they're saying just to breathe in, breathe out, take your time, slow yourself down a little bit if it's in the morning or at night. If that's where most of the things are happening, maybe just slow down just a little bit. But yeah, that's what I was getting for you, Jill.
I also have a message for Anna. Anna, are you still in the chat? My guides are saying to me that you need to set firm boundaries. All right, they're asking you to make sure that you do your spiritual protection every day. No, no, it's nothing bad, Anna. It's nothing bad. It's just that they're asking me to tell you that you need to make sure that your boundaries are set into place, and that if anybody crosses them, just to gently remind those people that it's not okay. And also they're asking you to do your spiritual protection. I need to get that off because we can't see anybody. And Jill says, I've had that all my life, feeling of nervousness and stress, always feel I don't do enough, and I'm going to the beach for an hour at sunrise for meditation. Great. Good on you, Jill. That's exactly what you need.
And that's the card that I picked for Jill as well. So it's answered prayers.
Yep.
So maybe during your meditation, especially like you're mentioning now, maybe ask the universe or ask your guides, your guardians, that kind of thing. What is it you're hoping to achieve, or what's your ultimate goal? And sometimes they show through in little messages, or they'll show through when the time's right. So maybe just lean into that guardian, lean into that that answer that you're looking for. But yeah. The beach is good.
Go on.
So just saying the beach is really good for de-stressing and getting into that water. I know it's going to be cold, but perhaps getting into that water as well, and that would help cleanse your aura a bit. Not only cleanse your aura, but it would help bring your heart rhythm back into a normal rhythm sometimes as well. But it would also it would feel like someone's hugging you because of the water pressure around you as well. Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Anna, yes, happened today with the bestie. So it's funny you said that. Thank you, beautiful. That's okay, Anna. They're just saying to just make sure that those boundaries are firmly into place. They're also telling you to have a bit of self-care as well. That seems to be the message for tonight that we're picking up so far, that everybody could do a little bit more self-care. Giving to others is great, but you need to have self-care as well. And they're telling me, Anna, that you're evolving, that you are taking on, I don't know whether it's some sort of new light language, whether it's some sort of new gift that they're giving to you, but they're sending it through to you. They know you're paying attention, and they understand that some of it may not make any sense at the moment, and they want you to sit in a state of love through this. That's what they're asking you to do. So, Anna, that's the message for you. How do I like Andrew's page? Just a minute and I'll get you his page. Temple of Light, Holistic Services. Copy.
What Carol's doing now, the main message I'm getting for everyone, like Caroline mentioned before, is self-care. That seems to be the theme for the month coming out of March. It's halfway through into April. It's self-care, self-worth, self-love, and finding your own space within you as well. Find that space within you to be who you want to be, or for you to let go. That's important because the energy is quite strong at the moment. Yeah.
I did that for nearly 5 hours of bushwalking. Yes, so very true, Caroline. Things are moving very fast, especially with all the different light languages that is coming through. Okay, Anna, good. Just keep doing it and keep sitting in that space of love. Some of it you may not understand just yet, but they're asking you to sit in that space of love. Now, I want to know if Mila is still here, because they asked me to draw a card for Mila, even though she's paid it forward, for someone who will. Hey, Jessie, for someone who will be getting that as an in-depth reading shortly. So, is Mila? Are you still here somewhere, or have you taken off somewhere? Okay, Mila. Mila, the message for you, I've got, they asked me to draw it from the Shadow Healing deck, which is actually an Aboriginal deck.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah, it is. It's an abundance guidance, Aboriginal guidance card. And it's saying that you are a little distracted at the moment. And it's saying in your effort to be hyper vigilant, the most important, somebody needs to say something to somebody. My voice is going croaky. And it's not me, because I don't have trouble saying things to people. Okay, so the most important thing of all slipped straight past you whilst you were distracted by other less significant things. In your effort to be hyper vigilant, the most important thing of all slipped straight past you whilst you were distracted by other less significant things. I'm distracted lately. I can't focus. That's why you keep telling me to focus, isn't it, Mila? Because you can't focus yourself. But don't feel defeated by that, because what is meant to be for you will come back to you, okay? The other thing that they're telling me is that something is plaguing your thoughts, and it seems to be more to do with the self-doubt, and it only exacerbates a problem, right? They're asking you to make peace with yourself, and then after that you'll regain your confidence. But, this distraction card is where you're at the moment. So just be really careful not to be too distracted, because sometimes you do miss those parts that you need to take notice of, right? So just de-stress, self-care. self-care. All right. Hello, Holly. How are you?
Hello, Holly.
I think after Holly we will do Mila's Pay It Forward. So guys, I want you please, whoever is just sitting in the background there that hasn't said hello to us yet, please come and say hello, because there is an opportunity for any newbies as well to have a reading that Mila, this person who is on the screen now, has kindly donated and paid forward for somebody else to have an in-depth reading. So we're going to put up a competition in a moment where you have a chance of winning that in-depth reading. Good morning, Angie. How are you?
Hello, Angie. How are you?
Who did I have up here before? Holly. Holly, what's going on with you at home? Are you doing some sort of renovations at home? It's either renovations or you're learning new skills, all right? But they want you, they're saying it's important for you to get stuck into this because it's going to help you. Whatever it is, they're keeping your mind occupied for a reason. Okay, they're basically saying to me that they're making sure that when you're doing what you're doing, that you're not going out and doing your regular things because you're not supposed to be there at the moment. Yes, we are well, thank you, Angie. So whatever's going on with you at the moment, Holly, if you're being taught something new or there's some sort of renovations going on, something is changing in your personal life and they're distracting you for a reason at the moment. So just let me know if that resonates with you. That was just a very short message for you. Why am I also picking up that you're angry with somebody, Holly?
I was getting that straight away.
It's just okay. Not supposed
I'm getting. It's weird, but I'm getting like a high heel shoe being like dumped onto a floor. It's like just putting your heels down, like with just like
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like they're asking you to put that anger towards something creative. So maybe throwing a punch at the wall or something. Make it creative. Do something with that hole in the wall, whatever it is. But yes, I don't know, things being chaotic at home, and yes, that's probably true. Okay, all right. So
she's got a bit of anger.
You're distracting.
Frustration.
Yes. So just pay attention to what's happening around you, because everything, Holly, is a lesson for you, all right? And what is it that you can learn from this, they're saying to you? Make sure that you understand why things are happening around you the way they are. Yes, I put off my creative business. There you go. All right, there you go. So why are you putting it off? Because you don't have the time, because you don't understand it, because you can't put it together.
That's where the frustration is.
Yeah. They're asking you to maintain your dignity, Holly, through this anger. Put it to something creative. Okay, that was for you, Holly. Distractions I've always allowed, that I've allowed. Yep. All right. Okay. So now, while you guys, Jessie, hello, Jessie. How are you? Andrew, have you got a card for our youngest viewer?
So Jessie, is it Jessie?
Evans.
I can't see. Can you put the because sometimes I connect with the photo as well.
Well, you won't be able to see a photo because she's hiding herself.
That's okay. It's okay. I can install. Jessie. The first thing we're picking up is there's Joy. She's got is it a she? Yeah, it's she. It's not a male. I've got a female energy. She's got quite a lot of joy within herself, and she not just joy, but it's hard to explain. It's like she's very light, joyous. She enjoys the good moments, the company, family, that kind of thing. She's protected, so whether someone's protecting her in this world, this life, in the sense that they set up barriers, because it's a bit hard to zoom in because there's a protection around her. I'm not sure if she knows anyone. I'm not sure if she knows anyone that in her home life or her family or her friends that that do the spiritual work. I do get that feeling that she's well protected because there's that barrier around her. I think she's noticing things as well. I'm getting that she's noticing things that she can't really explain. So it's rather not big things, but it's just small things. Like it could be an image, it could be like a slideshow or an image or something like that. So she's getting that those glimpses of piercing through the veil a little bit. If that makes any sense. So she's getting glimpses of images, feelings, emotions. But the only thing that I want to enumerate to her is that I'm not sure her age. I'm getting she's a young person, a younger generation. But what I'm getting from her energy is that that now's the time for her to start not unloading on other people's garbage. So people that could say mean things, people that swing negativity her way, that kind of thing. Could be as kids or a younger generation, it could be around work. She has to learn that protection as well and not take on their stuff. That's what they're showing me. Yeah. So, yeah, and he hurt me so much at the point I couldn't. Yeah. What I'm getting is that there is that you've got that bit of intuition in you. You do have that, and I think you're a little bit of an empath, not fully opened or not practicing or anything like that. But I think you're seeing depth. That's the best way to say it. Seeing depth in your sight. You can start picking up on messages. A slight. What's frog in my throat? You're picking up slight message, like it's subtle messages. Like you might hear something in your head, but it's not internally. It's not external, but it's like a whisper saying, like, for example, "Oh, go this way. Why doing it that way?" So she's getting that intuitive messages coming through. But it's up to her if she wishes to go down that path. But just realise for yourself, Jessie, is that no matter what people throw at you in a way that words, energy, that kind of thing, whatever it may be, thoughts, whatever you feel you're taking on, it'd be hard for you to distinguish what's yours because you're younger. It's hard for you to distinguish what belongs to you, what doesn't belong to you. But just managing cleansing rituals, so like white light rituals, just to start off with, or cleansing white light, that kind of thing, just to keep your energy not absorbing all that stuff that's coming through.
Okay, so Zoe Maria, I have a kind of a message for you, Zoe, and I'm not quite sure whether it's Zoe Maria or Zoe. I'm so pleased with you, Jessie, and I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Let me know what's going on with you. All right. Zoe Maria, your guides are stepping in here at the moment, and they're saying to me that you feel that nobody is aware of your suffering, the things that you've been through. And what they want you to know is that you are being cared for on what we call beyond the veil, on the other side, Zoe. Just I'm feeling a little bit emotional for you. I don't know why, but if this is resonating with you, just let me know. I just feel like there's a lot of emotions going on for you, and they're saying that they want you to know that they know what you're going through. Okay, they understand what you're going through, and they want you to recognize that this. And if you talk to Jessie about it, maybe you can talk to Jessie about it. That this life lesson that you're going through is not meant to hold you back. It's meant to take you forward so that you learn something from it. So, this emotional pain, this emotional stress that you're carrying around with you at the moment, don't let it hold you back. Use it to use it as an advantage for you. Use it to understand how other people are feeling. Um, yeah, it's just feeling the pain is okay, but don't stay there. Right? Hey, James. Feeling the pain is just don't stay there, please. All right, just make sure that you step out of it and you actually start to analyze those emotions that you've got going on and understand why they're being given to you. Yes, exactly, Jessie. And maybe the two of you could talk about that, not letting your past hold you back. It's designed to help you move forward. um, every soul that comes into this world, it doesn't matter who it is, and despite sometimes that people will say that they're happy, they're not. Sometimes they're not, and they will experience at some point in their life grief or pain or something to do with that emotion. That doesn't make it wrong, right? That's how we learn. That's what we do. We learn from that emotional pain. We learn from the stresses of life. We also learn from the happy parts of our life as well. Um, so don't let the pain define you. All right, use it to move forward with. Okay, that was for you, Zoe. So just let me know if that resonates with you as an exchange of energy. You don't have to go into anything, but I just want you to know that you are being watched over. All right, you're not on your own. Even though you may think you are not alone. You are never alone. So don't ever feel that you are. My presence may hurt, but in the end of the day, you learn about it. If I can, of course, you can say that, Jessie.
Yeah.
Jessie is 14.
It's 14's. I remember when I was 14. But yeah, it's you. The only thing I would say is start off small. Start off small and just do that well. Do the small things well. Have that foundation. You're doing meditations. You're learning all that kind of stuff. But don't push yourself too much at that age, I would think. But who am I to say as well? Because I didn't start till later on. But yeah, I'll let you start off small and do the small things until until you get more involved into things. But small and steady, but build those foundations up around you on good practices.
And Marion, how are you?
So I wish I did that when I was 14.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. I love 14. I was so into netball back then. I mean, you know how much I was into netball anyway when I was at work. But I mean, oh my God, I loved doing all that sort of stuff. Hi, Marion. How are you? Jessie says, focus on yourself more. Recently, I have been focusing on myself, and it's helped a lot. Don't give a flip about people's opinions. Be you, and don't change for anyone. So long as Jessie, as long as being you doesn't affect anybody else in a negative way. Okay, being you is great, but it's what I say, what a lot of people in the spiritual world say. Stay in your own lane.
Yeah.
Stay in your own lane. Okay, So we have to have a discussion in the private chat, Andrew, about how we're going to give away this reading that Mila has paid it forward. Paid it forward to. Actually, hang on. I have a question. Hang on.
Thanks, James.
Thank you, James. Nice to see you on our live.
No, it's good seeing him. His presence anyway.
Okay, James, only because you're here in the chat, I drew one of these shadow healing cards. If you're still here, James, it's called the Shadow Healing, and it's an Aboriginal deck. It's just a guidance card for you, and it is actually saying you drew this card here, which is called numb. Avoiding feelings can sometimes be exactly what we need, but at some point the numbness will dissipate. Face it now or later, either way it catches up with you. So if there is something that you're neglecting, a part of yourself that you are neglecting at the moment, they want you to, if you're putting it on the back burner at the moment, that's fine, but at some point you have to face it, you have to confront it. And it doesn't necessarily have to, and see, I just drew that card again. So that must be something that you're going through at the moment. And it's giving you a numb sensation. I don't know what this is about. It doesn't necessarily have to be said live what it's about, but they're saying if you've got it on the back burner, it is going to come back in, and it will need to be dealt with, whatever this is. And hang on. It kind of makes me want to hold my breath. It kind of makes me want to, it feels like, and I know you don't have trouble speaking your truth to anybody, but it feels like it's something that is fairly deep within. Yeah, I'll say no more. Just let me know if that resonates with you, James. Somebody's being dishonest around you, James. I don't know who this person is, but they're being dishonest. And it's something that maybe this is, you know about this and aren't quite sure about how to handle this, and it may be making you feel numb in a way. That's the only thing I can put it down to. But that dishonesty, that pisses me off because I don't like dishonesty. And sometimes it is hard to figure out how to handle it. And they're saying that you are a direct person, but for some reason they want you to handle it differently. They need you to handle this differently because this person, there's a lesson in this for this person. And they need to receive the message a different way from you, not the normal way. Now, trying to be disturbing. Okay. You will need to confront this sooner rather than later. They're saying, can you please do it differently than what you normally would? Find another way of doing it. All right, that was for you, James. Love and light to you.
I'll just add to that, if that's okay.
Yeah.
When I was getting for James that this, I'm not sure who this person is, but not dimming your light. I wouldn't take it that extreme, but it's put because you're so further ahead that it's sort of not holding you back, but it's put up a I wouldn't say block, but it's like a hindrance. So it's you're getting distracted from your main goal. So this person, whatever's happening, is distracting you from the main goal, where you want to move forward to your pathway forward. So it's like something's going well and you're doing something really good, but then sort of on the side, something's happening that's sort of you're looking and you're getting distracted, but you're taking your eyes off the prize, the eyes off the main focus. And that's when the moon card came out for me, for James, is that it's telling me that something doesn't appear to be what it is, or there's an illusion that's happening around him. And the fact that you got that pathway leading in between those two towers, to me indicates that that's your pathway forward. But there is a bit of disillusion. I'm getting disillusioned, but it's not severe. It's nothing for you to be rolling consumed about, but it's bothering you a little bit. Not to the point where you're taking your focus on it. But there is that something that's showing, something that's not appearing to be what it is to you, and there's a bit of this like counter deceit there. And I hate doing readings and say things like, you know, what's coming through, that's probably not all happy and that kind of thing, but it's what has to be said, what has to come through. But on a lighter note, I've got the starseed affirmation. So that's the card was drawn as light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. That's the affirmation that I've got for you, James. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. But don't, my overall message, don't get distracted. I know you'll deal with it in the way that you deal with things. Just don't allow it to bother you, don't let it manifest to something bigger than it has to be. That's what
It's interesting that they've said to me that James, you need to handle it a different way. That piques my interest. So, you know, whatever's going on, James, let me know, because they're saying to me he needs to handle this a little bit differently.
That's right. Not the way he usually handles things.
Yes. Yeah, I find that I need to know. Not what the problem is, just why they're saying that you need to handle it differently. That just blows me away a little bit. Anyway, never mind.
It's more, I'm getting over the covers. Like, just he can choose to ignore it and keep going, but it's just going to be niggling at him until because he's the type of person that won't back down. But I'm getting that. I think handle it with not quietness, but handle it with grace, and, you know, upfront, direct, but with grace as well, and say, you know what, not now, you know, that type of thing. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And with that, hopefully we're not opting this live. The internet seems to be going up and down, so hopefully I'm not glitching. I'm sorry. No, you're not talking too much, Jessie. You can talk as much as you like, darling. All right. And Shawana, thank you for the little love heart. That is gorgeous. You guys are awesome. Thank you. You're welcome, James. Yeah. All right, we're going to give Mila's reading away, Mila's Pay It Forward reading away. So the people that are sitting in the background there, come say hello. Good, I'm not glitching. Okay, good on you. Now, what you're going to do, and there's no cheating allowed here, okay? If you cheat, that's not being very fair on the rest of the people. I jabber all night, you are fine here. You've got no glitching on my side. Good on you. Say hello to your mum for me, please, Jess. All right, so Mila's Pay It Forward, we're going to give it away by firstly, let's just make it the date rather than the month. All right, the day. What day, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up to 31? 31? Yeah. What date is his birthday on?
Who,
all right?
Me?
Yes.
Me?
You're not. Yes. Yes. You.
I'm touching my pills right now.
Not the month. We need the date. So as of now, come do it. Get anybody that's sitting in the background there that hasn't had a reading for a little while, please, give it a go. Coming on, is that Shannon? Is that Siobhan? Am I saying that right? Is that Siobhan? No? Shannon. I don't quite know how to say that. Keep going. Just come up with his birthday. And no cheating. You're not allowed to go to his page. In fact, I don't think it's even on his page anyway.
I'm too clever for that.
There you go. Shannon. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shannon, for putting that up there.
Come on, guys. Anywhere from 1 to 31.
What date is his birthday? Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. I'll have some of that too. Can you wave some of it over my way, please? Thank you.
Come on, guys. Not getting it yet. Close, but not quite the smoking gun.
Oh, they're all close.
You can pick more than one, but in the one post at a time.
Yes, of course you can, Shawana. Just one date per post, per chat.
Yes.
Come on, guys, have a look through the numbers. Let's see what you're missing.
Yeah, we got a winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner.
Congratulations to Crystal Billings.
Crystal Billings, you are the winner. This reading is care of MJ Lindau. I always get her name. I always say it wrong. I always say Landau. I don't know why, but I know it's Lindau. But this is care of, you're getting this reading because of Mila. She's paid it forward. I was so close. You said the 15th. Exactly, Jessie. And the more you tune into your gifts, the easier it's going to be for you. Oh, we went through all the numbers that time. You did go through all the numbers, and that was one of the last ones.
Not all the numbers, Sonia. Come on.
Unreal. It's nice to see you all here. Now, usually we do a daytime one, but we had to cancel the meditation today, and Andrew and I were wanting to do a live together for a little while, and we figured that we could do it at nighttime. So usually we're on during the day, but Andrew also works during the day, which doesn't help matters, doesn't help me. And yeah, so there you go. Crystal. I'm good, thank you. We are good. Well, I can't speak for Andrew, but I'm good.
I'm good.
That's Carly.
Hi, Carly.
Month is it Andrew? Andrew can speak for himself. I don't need to say that.
It's okay. I'm in November, so I'm a proud Scorpio.
He bites.
I don't bite. I just, probably when I was much younger, I probably had a bit of a sting. But that's before anything. That's when I was a teenager. But
absolutely.
What I know now is just my emotions and being so connected.
Jesse, you can take us out into the garden. Just pop us in your pocket and put your headphones on. Same as I keep 15th of July 2008. All right, so Crystal, do you have any questions that you would like to ask? There is some sort of irritation that's happening around you at the moment, and I don't understand it. They're just giving me the words, there is irritation around you. They're saying that it's not necessarily an issue that can be resolved at the moment, but you will be heard. What are we doing, Crystal? Willingness. Yes, my relationship and home environment. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's where they're sending me at the moment. They're sending me to your irritation, and they're saying to me that you will be heard, um, and they want you to remember that it can't be fixed at the moment, and for you to just bide your time at the moment. You will be heard. They're just standing there saying you will be heard. So please don't forget that, Crystal, all right? That they don't want you to buy into anything at the moment. They don't want you to get involved in anything at the moment, like no drama. Um, um, it's almost like this irritation that was set into motion. You literally you cannot believe how it happened. It's kind of like something has been blown out of proportion, Crystal. Does that make sense to you? Whatever it is, it was kind of blown out of proportion. Um, that this irritation that's happening at the moment, they're basically also saying to me that there was no harm intended here. It was just kind of like a slip of the tongue. It was like as far as I'm concerned, anything is Freudian. It happened. It comes out for a reason. Um, but there was. They're just saying that the intention wasn't malicious. It was more like an egoic thing, but it wasn't malicious. Um, they're also wanting you to just stay away from the drama, right? Because this particular person is not happy with themselves, and when somebody is not happy with themselves, it tends to come across as in a way that is hurtful because they're unhappy themselves. He can be very negative. Yeah. He can be very negative, and I just get the feeling that this person is unhappy with themselves, and they're searching for some sort of happiness, and they can't get it because they're not going within. The happiness is trying to be found outside of themselves. It's like this contentment thing. It's like they're not happy. They keep looking for it. They're like a wet sponge. I need happiness. I want happiness, but I can't find it. It's so hard because you never know how he's going to be. Well, they're wanting you to be yourself, Crystal, all right? They want you to stop being reactive to his emotions because this is something that he has to sort through. You can't base your life on his reactions or how he's going to be. You just have to be yourself. It's almost like I'm seeing you step up to him or this person and you say to him, look, you know what? I know you're unhappy with certain things that are happening at the moment. And I know sometimes when you speak to me in that tone of voice or you take it out on me, that you want somebody else to feel the same sort of hurt as what you do. But I'm going to go about my day like I normally would because I don't want you to drag me into that space that you're in. And it's almost like I need you. You're saying to him, I need you to step up and come out of that space because it's unnecessary for you to be in that space. Um, sometimes I'm just being told that you know. Okay, let me try and explain this. In his darkness, uh, what they say in the spiritual world, in the darkness you will find your light. So in his darkness, in his darkest moments, he needs to make a choice whether he's going to stay in that darkness or move into or move towards a light within himself. And he can see the light in you, but he wants that light, and he can't feel it, he can't have it. I still try to be nice and keep him simple, but he makes it so hard. Emotions can be toxic. Yes, absolutely. I understand that. I do understand that. Living with somebody who is generally negative is extremely hard, because it's like when you come home at night time and you drive your car in, or you get off the bus or the train or whatever, and you walk down your driveway and you go, oh my God, here we go again. I have to put up with this shit again, and I just don't want to be here. I feel we are on different levels spiritually. And you probably are, Crystal. I mean, you've been caught in his web, he's caught in your web for a reason. There is something that the two of you have to learn from each other, and it's not happening for him. He is stuck in his own emotions and he can't see past that. But that when you go home at night time and you look, to be perfectly honest with you, Crystal, I've been in that situation before. The two relationships that I've had that were meaningful for me, I've been in that situation where I walked down the driveway and thought, I don't want to be here. Right? How do I fix this? And the more you try and fix it, the less control that you have over this. Right? So, you're going to have to make some sort of decision about how you're going to process this, because it's dragging you down. Andrew, do you want to have a word or two while I just sift through these emotions?
And initially, when I tuned in, Crystal, I was getting new project. I'm not sure working wise, if you are working, if you're starting your own business, or you're doing something different at work, but I was getting new projects or something's happening. When I drew out the cards, I'm like, oh, okay, there's going to be some clashes of personalities here, because you got two fives in the spread, so it indicates it's going to be a lot of conflict. Then my heart sank, so I actually felt a bit emotional for you, and I was getting a bit of sadness, upsetness, sadness, that kind of thing. That could be the new project, so maybe it's a new thing that's happening for you. But in my head, when I was tuning in, I was feeling confused, I was feeling sadness, I was getting clash, and the feeling of you being playing a second fiddle, or being a second fiddle to somebody. And I think what ultimately you're wanting more from your relationship. I'm getting that, looking back on the comments now, I see that you're saying something about on a different level as he is, and it's not a different level. Doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It just means that how you perceive or how you want things in where you are in your life is going to be different to where he is. I just get an overall feeling of wanting more. You're expecting more, you're wanting more. So I think that the way he is at the moment, it's or the way he has been, it's diminishing you a little bit. So it's like that's where the second fiddle comes in. It's like, well, I think he feels like he needs to come first, in a way. But what I'm getting though, at this present stage, you got the Five of Pentacles. So it's pretty much the home life is telling me that there's cold emotions, frozen emotions, that kind of thing, and that the feeling of excluded. You may have been the second fiddle, feeling excluded from being into the warmth of comfort of in a relationship. I'll get to that in a sec. I'll get that with you in a sec, Crystal. But the outcome's not going to be good. So there is going to be that clash of personalities. So whatever's happening now to a resolution, there might be an argument or a fight or just a clash between you and his personality. So it's not going to be a positive. It'll be a positive outcome for you later on, but to get through to where you need to get through, you have to have that hard time to overcome. The outcome is going to be it's reminding you to stand your ground. Stand your ground. Stay strong in your beliefs and what you want out of this relationship. If it's worth saving, go for it. But I think you need to lay down some laws and rules, and you need to draw in your own strength, because I know you're quite strong. You got quite a lot of strength within you. But I think you have an issue of laying your foot down because maybe he's such a strong personality, or he's a strong person in general. But what I'm getting intuitively is that you need to also definitely stand your ground, lay down some rules, and find that inner strength within you to do that. It would be a happier time, whether it's going to be with him or not. You got the Nine of Cups, which indicates that there's going to be after you sort of lay those ground rules down, or you lay forth your strength. This is what I'm expecting. This is what I want in a relationship. If it does turn around, I'm not sure if it does or not, but if it does flip over, or if you I think once you lay down those ruling that what you're expecting, it'll be smooth sailing ahead. It'll be leading towards an end of a cycle. So maybe he's not realizing how negative he's being. I'm not sure if you told him or not, but maybe there's an unawareness there of how he's acting. And maybe, I'm not sure if you've actually had a confrontation with him about it, but perhaps putting that foot down, because that's what I'm getting, is that you need to lay some ground rules with this guy, and tell him, stand in your strength, and say, this is what I'm wanting, this is what I'm expecting for myself. You need to match that. You need to be there or do those things that I want you to do to be a supportive person in my life. But you are quite radiant. When I initially tuned in, I've got a lot of radiance around you, so you do have a lot of light there. But sometimes you can't allow. I wouldn't say can't allow, but things happen for a reason. But you just have to use your light to draw in that strength and your self-worth, which is the theme of the nine as well. It's a lot of, and lay down those foundations, because that's the only way change is going to happen. Yeah. So sometimes it's easy to be overpowered, have your light overpowered by someone that's quite strong. But the beauty of spirituality and the beauty of the things that we do as either in the community or outside the community, is that we go down to our authentic selves. And if you're saying he's a narcissists don't like people that are authentic, because you can see right through the narcissistic behavior, and that's what they can't stand. So perhaps for you to have a better outcome, you need to lay some of those ground rules down and what you wanting out of a relationship. And if you can't meet that, or you can't match that, or you can't improve, then it's up to you what you wish to do. But if you feel like it's the best option for you is to move away, then do that. But you need to make that decision. No one can make that decision for you. But I don't see anything positive with you staying with him, if that makes any sense. But I just see you being happier later on, whatever choice you made. Yeah, so that says it all. Take charge. So Chris will definitely take charge of the situation. Especially if you're just coming off maternity leave, find that love that you have for your child, draw that into yourself, and use that as a strength, a pillar of strength, to go, no, I deserve better. This is what I want. This is how I deserve to be treated, or to be respected. You need to match that. If you can't, then no, I'm going. But you have to make that decision. No one can do that for you. Thank you. I hope I didn't baffle on for too long.
No,
That's nice as it comes in and it starts flowing in, but
no, that's it's all good. I kind of feel like I'm in a mirage. I kind of feel like I'm in a state of I don't know where I am in life. This is how you're feeling, Crystal. Like, which way do I freaking turn? I'm going off maternity leave. I've got to put my child into childcare. I don't want to leave her there, her, him, they. I'm not quite sure what you've got there. But it just feels like a mirage at the moment. It feels like it's hard for you to figure out what you need to do because you don't even know where you are yourself. You've got three. What do you mean three? Three what? Three children or?
Three of age.
Pardon?
I think her child's 3 of age.
3 years. Well, yeah, but she's coming off maternity leave.
Yeah, so some people have more than a year.
Maternity?
3 kids. Oh, is it 3 kids?
3
Crystal
kids,
is a 3-year-old child. Oh, okay.
Yeah, three kids. Yeah. Angie, I got it. Well, I haven't looked, but thank you for letting me know. I'll have a look in a sec. All right. So, it kind of feels like that mirage thing. And, Andrew has said that it's important for you to take a stand. And it's not very often we disagree on our readings, but I'm coming from a slightly different perspective here, where they're asking you to just observe because you are going through a lot of changes at the moment, and you need to figure out where it is that you are wanting to go. And answers like that just don't come. They don't come to mind straight away. It requires a plan. It requires, well, what the fuck do I do now? Where am I going to go with this? How do I support myself? Where am I, yes, they've got their dad is always going to be there for them, whether he's a narcissist or not. He's always going to be there for his kids. It's just going to be, a case of being separated if that's what you're wanting to do. But I just feel like I'm looking from the desert and I'm seeing the mirage in the background about, where I fit in, what I'm going to do. And I feel so alone doing this, Crystal. I just feel like I'm alone doing it. And so, go back to work. When you go back to work in May, sort your feelings out, because when you step back into work, this will change again. It will change the circumstances. I'm not saying that just because you're on maternity leave, but you haven't been around other people either. So just observe for the moment, all right? Things may change when you go back to work. He may change the way that he's handling things. I'm also picking up that he's being dishonest about something. This has come up again. I don't know why my guides are bringing this in, but this is the second time tonight that they've brought up dishonesty. So whatever he's being dishonest about, you need to read between the lines. Just observe. Don't get involved in it. Just observe and strategize. Like what Andrew said, sort out what you need to do. I would just say, just step back for a little bit and figure out your feelings with all of this. I feel not sure what it is. I feel off. I feel something, just not sure what it is. Yeah. It'll happen for you. You'll get the answer that you're wanting to find, Crystal, and you will make your way forward. Just know that, all right? There is a way out of this. Oh, that could be the dishonesty thing that I was talking about. No, I can't put my finger on it either, but and this is part of what you have to do. You have to be discerning about certain things that are happening in your life. You have to make decisions, like what Andrew said. You need to make decisions about what's going on, but also be discerning about what it is that is happening here and why it's happening. And trust me, trying to make sense of a narcissist is really crappy because they just don't make sense to a normal person. It's always all about them, and you're always the one that's wrong. That it's really hard. But and apart from the dishonesty and that mirage feeling that I'm getting, I just feel paralyzed. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm going. So just do me a favor and just sit with it for a little while, all right, until you can sort through some of those emotions to figure out a way forward, which is what Andrew was talking about.
I was getting I think is he under a lot of stress lately? Is he taking on a lot of responsibilities, or he's been overloaded with responsibilities, or is taking on too much? Can you just let me know? Can you just let me know, Crystal, in the comment section? Because I think a lot of if it is, I think one of the reasons why he might be the way he is, or if it's gotten worse, because maybe he's feeling stressed a lot or taking on too much burden.
He gets stressed easily.
Yeah, because I think what happens is he needs an outlet. I think he needs an outlet. So I think he's not allowing himself to get, because men are men. They don't allow themselves. They're not. It depends on how he's brought up, but a lot of the times they tend to bottle things up inside, and they don't like to burden other people or to show it. So if he's being stressed or have a lot of built up, things that he's trying to get past as well himself, I think unfortunately sometimes it has to come out somehow or somewhere. So maybe go in with him and see how perhaps you can help him relieve some of that stress. Is there something that you can, bubble bath or somewhere you can de-stress a little bit before he comes home? Because I'm getting feelings around work. Yeah, so it could be the add-on stress, the add-on pressure of outside influences. So maybe having that, like Karen said, taking that moment and step back, but maybe have that conversation with him, set the tone in the conversation. Maybe go, go out for a dinner date and have someone look after the children for a couple of hours, and have that sit down with something different. And so you grab his attention, and he would be able to relax into it, and he maybe be able to express himself. Okay, this is how I'm feeling, or this is getting too much. What can I do to fix that? Or can you help me? Or what do you know what I mean? He might open up a bit more as well. But that's what I'm getting.
Crystal, narcissists are always attracted to empaths. You'll find that in a lot of relationships. The more empathic you are, the more narcissistic your partner is, or a person in your life is. That is just, because there are lessons for a narcissist in having an empath in their life. It's to bring more balance to themselves, but more often than not, because they're a narcissist, it is a really, really hard lesson. Really hard for them to learn.
Yeah.
Ain't it, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm not a narcissist.
No, I'm not saying that you're a narcissist. Okay. You took that the wrong way. So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to put up Sonia's writing there. Okay, so Crystal, shine. All right,
Yeah.
shine. Go through this. Even though you don't feel whole, I want you to shine and show him that because he's being negative doesn't mean that you're going to have to be negative as well. Good night, Mila.
Thanks, Mila.
What movie are you watching? I want to know what movie you're watching. Maybe if it's a good one, I'll go home. I'll go out and watch it. Crystal, you're reading care of Mila, so thank you. Okay, well, try my best. No, there's no such thing as trying. You either do or you don't. You will, pardon me, you will shine. There will be moments where you won't, but you will shine. Just carry on with your day. If he pulls you down to his vibration, he is winning. Don't let him. Yeah, do what Sonia says. Yeah, don't let him win. I will. That's much better.
Yeah. I think she just needs to have that conversation with him, a intimate conversation, in a different setting. Surprise him, go out for dinner. We booked a table somewhere. Can we go out and have dinner and have the kids sorted out? So maybe he has that right spot to unwind a bit and open up.
Okay, Crystal, do you have any questions that you would like to ask moving forward? Just wait until you start back at work to decide what it is that you're going to do. They're just asking you to step back and observe how things are going to be in place or not. Alessandra says, hi, Alice. Not Alice, Al. I think you call her Al, don't you, Mila? Hello, how are you? We've got Angelita Domingos up next.
Angelita.
Angelita. Good morning. Huh?
Are you there, Angelita? Yes, she's here.
Yes, she's here. So we've finished up with Crystal. You got no more questions, Crystal? That she says hi back. I call her Ale. Yeah, Ale. Yes. Angie is good. Crystal, I'm feeling I'm feeling as if I need to work on my spiritual gifts more. I'm feeling pulled to do readings. Do you see this? Yes, I do see this for you, Crystal. All right. Do not let your partner stand in your way of learning this. This is what I'm basically being told, is that any negative force will try and stop a spiritual person from showing or using the gifts that they've been given to allow other people to benefit from your knowledge. All right, you just need to put your foot down. All right, you need to put your foot down and say, I'm going to be doing a little bit more spiritual work, and I don't want you to interfere with it. If you don't like it, go out. If you don't like it, shut the door. Whatever you need to do, but you need to, and this is usually what causes people to split. When one person, I don't know why I'm getting a deja vu here, but when one person is spiritual and the other person is not, it usually is the catalyst for some sort of change in their lives together. So, this is why I'm asking you to just step back for a bit, and, you can bring this up with him. Just tell him that you want to get into your spiritual gifts more and listen and watch his body language. All right, because it is important to you, very important to you, and you can't disrespect yourself because of something that he doesn't like that you're doing. So just make it known. You can do it gently. You can do it whatever way you speak to him. He needs to know that that's what's happening, and if he doesn't like it, he can just shut the door. But that's what you're doing. You don't want any interference from his negativity. Mediumship is one of those abilities. Well, you see, he doesn't even have to have anything to do with that. These mediumship skills that they're telling me that, that these have come naturally through your family, and whether he likes it or not, you have that gift, and he's trying to prevent you from using them. So use them. Step in to your power, Crystal. Right? Step into them. It's time to shine. Like I said to you before, shine. And breathe while you're doing it. They just made me take a great big deep breath in. You need to breathe and put those shoulders back and just know that you're on the right track. Maybe he can benefit from this if he's open to it. He may not be open to it, but, you know, I'm sure you'll have something to say to him about that. Okay, well, I got this. That's what I wanted you to say. No such thing as trying. You've got it. You've got this, Crystal. And next time you come in, can you just let me know, even in Messenger, just let me know how you're going with this, and remind me what it was that we talked to you about or we gave you a reading on, because more often than not, I'll forget what I've even read for you. So just remind me. Oh, Caroline, last time you said that, you know, my narcissistic partner was going to stop me from, you know, doing my gifts and being medium, and, you know, I didn't know what I was going to do. And guess what? I'm doing it.
I've got a feeling her mediumship, if she has mediumship, or she is that's her strongest sort of gift. I've got a feeling it's coming through from her father's side or the paternal side of the family, because before we did the reading, just saw this white streak coming up on my right hand side, and to me that usually indicates a father's side. So it could be father, uncle, grandfather, something up from the father's end of the timeline. Someone could have been a medium, but I don't think they were practicing medium or anything like that. But I think they had gifts there. There's something there in that paternal side for her.
Yeah. And just remember, Crystal, the other thing that they wanted me to tell you was there was opportunities for you in the past. You've been together before where he's actually stopped you from your gifts from being used. And something has prevented this each and every lifetime. So this is up to you now to make sure in this lifetime that you can actually do this, right? Make sure that you use your gifts. That is what you're here for. You are here to pass on messages for other people. You are here to serve the greater good. So just keep going with it and don't let him stop you. I think that belongs to you, Andrew. All right. Okay. So keep going, Crystal. Keep going, woman. Angie. I think, you know, Ange, what you could do, because I know you use this account, you could change it to Angie Domingos.
Yeah.
Because I know you like the name Angie. Angelita sounds very formal. Okay, not me that and that, and I will not. Good. If it's any inspiration to you, Crystal, you know, any inspiration at all, you've got to allow something to help you go through all of these challenges that you're being faced with. So just know that he's you know, I just get the feeling he doesn't want you to shine, that you need to shine. Oh, well, if that helps, I could. No, I'm just saying for you, Ange, that you might like that. Everybody knows you as Angie. I've always known you as Angie. Okay, Angie, they're telling me something about your energy tonight. They're telling me that for some reason you feel a little bit drained. For some reason you are endeavoring, not trying, to trust a situation, but you're struggling with that. They want you to go outside and they want you to just sit with the moon if you can. I don't know whether the moon is out on your part of the world, but they want you to sit with the moon and they want you to talk to the moon and they want you to protect your energy. It feels like it's a little bit low at the moment. It just feels like you're a bit scattered and not quite sure what to do with this trust thing. I'm just getting the impression that you feel a little bit untrusted. No, it's all in here. Okay. Why do I feel like my shoulders are hunched over, like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I feel like something is not sitting right with you. I feel like you feel that something could be better than it actually is. Um, that's not talking about all parts of your life, because they're saying to me that one part of your life is doing really well. It just feels like you can't step into it completely yet because you're still undecided. There is a trust issue happening here. Been drinking cinnamon water. I'm tired. Yes. Um, you need to protect your energy, Angie. Um, please protect your energy. They're saying you need to protect your energy. You need to, this trust issue that you've got that's happening for you. What's the go with that? You're not sure. Okay, they're just giving me a little bit more information on that. They're saying that you can't trust your own guidance. Uh, that you know when your intuition speaks to you, you're not trusting it enough to move forward on. Hi, Rachel. Somebody's gossiping about you behind your back at work, Angie. Rachel, if you'd like to put in a donation, you'd be up next if you do. That's not surprising. The gossip behind your back, it is unjustified. It's unfair. And oh, that's right. You're looking for a new job, aren't you? Mm. This is something that needs to be taken care of before you leave, because otherwise it's going to follow you around. They're saying they're giving me the wound. They're giving me the words. It will haunt you if you don't take care of it. So whatever this is, this unjustified banter, this unjustified gossip, is not fair on you, and it needs to be handled. They're saying that there is a new job coming up for you. Please handle this situation the best you can before you go. Protect your energy. They keep coming back with that, Angie. Are you protecting your energy at the moment? It feels like somebody is, what I call, there's somebody is an energy vampire around you. They're taking your energy. You need to put your walls up. You need to put your protection around you. I'm feeling really hot and bothered about it at the moment. So, whatever's going on, you need to protect your energy. It feels like they're siphoning it away from you. It feels like you're being, and that may be because you're feeling tired at the moment. It just feels like it's being taken from you. You sage and you meditate. Yet it still bothers you. I'm not sure where it's coming from. I'm very in tune. Andrew, if you can shed some light on this, by all means go ahead. I'm kind of feeling a bit stuck with this at the moment, and I don't know what.
So, Angie, going up in the conversation, you've asked him about your journey that you're on. It's getting a sense that sort of leading up to this point, it's sort of been in limbo. So it's like you've been focusing on it, but then you haven't. So you've been 50-50, similar to me. 50% of it, 50% of my interest is work because that's who I am, and the other 50% is in the 3D world. And it's for me, it feels like it's leading for you to be, in suspended, and you don't know what to do. Some choices that, you're idolizing. You're not idolizing. You're idle. Is it idolizing? So you're just staying put, being stagnant. So it's like you know what you're wanting in this spiritual journey. You know how to do this stuff, but it's like you're 50-50. So you're half in, half out. And that could be anything. It could be from work, other commitments, distractions, that kind of thing. But one thing it's ringing true for me is that the distractions are there because you put the distractions in front of you subconsciously. So it's like me saying, "Oh, okay, I'm going to do a live now with Caroline today," but I found something to do outside. I better do that first, and then you're getting yourself sidetracked. It's because you lose. It's not because you're losing interest. It's because it's like it's like you have a passion for it, but it's okay to have a lull in your passion. You go, you know what, I'm tired, or you know what, I just want to, I know I have to do this readings, and I want to be intuitive and all that. But sometimes it's good to have that break and reignite that passion, because like we're all, even though we're intuitive, and you are, Angie, sometimes a break's needed as well. Not a break as in long-term break, but it's more, okay, what fuels my fire? What can I create to do something different, to ignite my flames? Yeah. So it's about it's like knowing your worth, but it's also finding that desire, because sometimes when you I know this because I've been in the situation. Your energy reminds me of situations I've been in, and sometimes I put off a lot of things that I could have done out here, doing these stuff like Caroline does, weekly. I can do that, but over the years I put myself off. It is because of the self-worth, that card that Caroline drew. But it's about, okay, what ignites you? What ignites your passion? What ignites your intuition? What's going to give you the drive? But I think once you find that, it's going to open up the doors for a new beginning. It's like not an evolution, but not a revolution, but when you it's like Madonna. You know, she comes every couple of decades, she does something new. So it's like that. So you know you're doing the work, you're doing it well, but sometimes when you reach the outskirts of what you know, you go, okay, well, what's next? What's the next thing do I need to do? And sometimes not stepping out, but sometimes figuring it out and spending time on you and what interests you, what things can you learn to reignite that flame. It's going to lead to a better. The outcome's going to be a better emotional self of yourself. It's going to it's like in the beginning and how you feel about it.
Can I just add to what you're saying, Andrew? I just drew a card, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let you read it.
Doesn't feel right, but you find what missing. Ignoring the stretch for distance and missing pace will become And it's not disconnect, Angela. It's not. It's you always are connected. You always are intuitive. That you can't take that away from yourself. So you've got everything there, but I think it's more about to me it's like you're wanting you are doing it. You're wanting to do it. But something the love for it has burnt down a little bit. It's not because you don't want to do it. It's just it's not it's not arousing your curiosity or not arousing passion. This is what I want to do this every day because it's just that passion is not passion for it, but it's like the passion is sort of burnt down a little bit. But that's nothing to do with you as a reader, nothing to do with your intuition. It's because you need to reignite something that it's going to bring it back. It will never go away, so don't think it will. But it could be like Caroline said, it could be someone that's influenced you on a subconscious level, you, steering you in not the wrong direction, but distracting you from you becoming, or someone could be jealous about you because you are talented. But the whole, but you can't focus on that. You can, not focus on that, but because if you don't know who it is or what's around that's causing it, you just have to go within and find that passion. And by doing so, it's able to push anything else out of your sphere, your universe. But in saying that, Angelita, there is going to be a change. There's going to be a rush of change. See if you can see that Knight of Swords. He's coming in to save the day. He's got the butterflies there, which represents change and growth. But it's also he's charging in with a strong mindset. So I think rediscovering this present time in this energy, rediscovering your passion and starting anew, in a sense of renewal, it's going to lead you to a better feelings and a better intuition and creativity for yourself. So it's going to very spark your love and curiosity and your intuition. But there is going to be that change for that to happen. There will be that change in the outcome. So there's going to be a change of that energy that's going to erupt and it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you will have that balance that you're looking for, like you said before. And you got the Temperance card, which is all about balanced emotions, tempering your emotions and finding out what keeps you grounded and well balanced. It's not it's the doubt. I think it's the doubt that comes into play. The doubt of your own beliefs, your own messages that you get, your own all those information. It's all about I think it's all about self-worth and doubting your abilities. But in this field that you're on, like everyone else that's on here that does this, it's you have to lean into that doubt and have lean into that doubt and have
Feel the
full,
fear and do it anyway.
yes, so feel it, because not just high risk brings rewards, but it's easy to go, oh, I'm not sure if that's correct, or I'm doubting that. But how do you know if it's not correct if you don't say it? And I think that's what I think that's the doubt part, and then that's a very hard thing to overcome, because it's the part of you that it's the ego part that's saying, no, but you're not getting it right. This could be wrong and all that. But you need to take that. You need to take that gamble and that risk, and trust your energy around you. And if you get it wrong, you might get one thing wrong. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that maybe you're picking up on something that someone else hasn't thought about, as in that person's energy that they haven't really paid attention to. So they might not pick up on it straight away. They'll probably go away and think about it, and then they go, "Oh no, she's right." You know what I mean? So the messages that come through are not for us to decipher or to analyze. It's only for us to give out and to say it, and it's up to the person who receives it, for them to go, "Oh, you know what? That's correct. What she's saying is correct, because I haven't looked at it that way," or yes, that is happening. I just didn't realize it was happening that way, or whatever the situation is. Yeah, but you can't. You have to let go of that fear, and the only way to do it is pushing those boundaries to have. But it takes time, Angelita. It takes time to trust in that practice. Exactly it, and it takes time to go. You know what? That's my fear. It doesn't mean that it's not right or it's incorrect, because it's not it's not. I want to say it's not the right. It's not a right message or anything like that. It's not about the messaging or the right messaging, because the messages that come through are not for us. It's for the person that we're reading for, like I'm doing with you now. I get the information that comes through. I just say it out. I don't try to overanalyze it. I don't go, what happens if it's wrong? Because it's just, you have to allow it to flow, allow the intuition to flow, and allow it to come through, and just express it. You'll feel it through your body and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you, Angelita. But you have to ignite that passion. Find that, don't try not to put it off for too long. Set yourself one day a week to set yourself one day a week just to do the readings, even if it's for half an hour. And the more you get comfortable with your own flow, the easier it becomes for you, and the more confidence it comes through. Yeah. Because we're just the tool, the vessel, the tool for information. Yeah.
I'm actually also picking up, Angie, that you don't really even need the cards. The cards are there as an indication of what is coming through, and it more or less is intuitive for you. It's like I'm an intuitive reader. So when I pick up a card, sometimes Andrew reads a card and I'll look at it and I'll go, that's not the message I'm getting. Even though it means the same thing, it gets said differently. It brings up different emotions for me. It brings in a lot of, it's like a story that's being given to me that's unfolding when I look at a card. So that is something that you need to get more into. So when you look at, don't draw 10,000 cards, just draw a card or two, and just take time to look at each one of them and just say, well, okay, well that's telling me, I don't know why it's saying that to me, but I'm going to say it anyway. And just ask for the feedback that you're getting, right? Just ask for the feedback of the messages that you're being given to tell a person. And they'll let you know if it's meaningful, right? See, they're just coming in here now saying, well, I don't know what this means to you, Angie, but what's going on with cigarettes, smoking? something's happening with the smoking. So, if you're getting messages, get in tune with saying it. I don't know if you smoke, but they're just telling me something to do with smoking. It needs to stop. Because I don't practice a lot. Yes, and that's what it is. You talk yourself out of it. All right, you do your 9 to 5 job. I don't smoke. Somebody around you is smoking. Something's happening with smoke, whether or not you could. Well, okay, now they're giving me a smoke detector. So these are the message. These are the sort of messages that you need to give over to people. Just give them the message and see what comes back with it. Any message that you pick up from your mind's eye, it's not something that, and if it resonates with you, if it feels like it's coming from a loving space, open up to it. All right? Just open up to it. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Yeah. Just a question. Does anyone have a certain psychic ability? Yes, Zoe. Everybody does. We are a soul in a body, not the other way around. Angie, yes, I do talk to myself out of it. Yeah, you do talk yourself out of it. It's very easy to do. Like, I really need to go on walks every day to help my back. And you have no idea the amount of time that I've said to myself after I get up, look, let's just have a little rest. And I'll sit there on my phone and I'll be flicking through Facebook, having a look at the messages and seeing if Andrew's at work and, just saying hi to him or whatever. And I'll just be sitting there, oh no, I just really don't feel like going out for a walk because it's too cold out there. Yeah, let's just have a shower first. Yeah, let's just go outside and pick some Marties and stuff like that. There's always something in the way. So whatever you do, just listen to the banter that's going on in your head and just say to yourself, okay, I'm listening, but I'm still going to do it. Don't let your ego be in charge. Don't let that person that's sitting on your shoulder talk you out of something that you love doing. It's deliberate, Angie. It's deliberate.
Yeah. It's the saying, trust your intuition, and that's what I was getting, and just lean into your intuition. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, Angelita, because it's just you picking up on the information that you're getting. So it's at how we interpret it as well. So lean into your intuition. You've got it there. You're quite intuitive. Why wouldn't you lean into it? And I'm a big guilty person of holding things off, and if it wasn't Caroline, a lot of the times I wouldn't be doing lives because she makes me accountable for my, me going on. If I set a date, I have to stick to it.
That's it.
Maybe that's what Angela needs, someone to make her accountable and do it, because I think once she gets out there and she does it frequently, and the response that she'll get would be great. And I think it would. It's just the confidence part as well, but that will come naturally over time as well.
It expects to be a lot to go live. Well, why aren't you listening, Angie? Why are you listening to the egoic self instead of your intuition? Tell me why. Now I'm making you accountable. This is your work that you've got to do. This is a question that I'm asking you, and I want to know why. And don't say I don't know. I want to know why you listen to the voice that says, "Nah, I can't be bothered," instead of the one that says for you to go live. Messages. She's not in trouble, but I just want to know why. If you can answer that would be really good. And you're not allowed to say I don't know.
Come on, Angelita, we're waiting.
I can tell you why I do it, but I'm not going to tell you before you tell me. I'm waiting, Angie. She's probably saying, how do I put this into words? Oh no, what am I going to say? Oh well, if I do schedule it now, I wouldn't forget. No, that's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. Let's if I listen. All right, I'll leave that one with you, Angie, to sort through. Maybe it's just a question you could ask yourself when you're off live. Why do I tend to listen to that voice that tells me not to, rather than yeah, wrong answer, rather than the one that says to do it? I think a lot of that has got to do with the fear of you stepping into your spiritual gifts and being wrong. There you go.
I think she just needs, it could be fear. I think she'll benefit of having someone like you, Caroline, or me, or whoever, to go do a live with her, so she gets familiar and gets comfortable. In doing.
Yes, absolutely. We're all here for you, Angie. So just let us know.
Yeah, reach out to any of us. There's plenty of us around. Yeah.
Reignite the passion, like Andrew says.
Reignite it.
Oh, okay. Just have that trust in yourself, Ange. I know what it's like to go through that sort of thing, the doubt, but you've got to move through that fear of change. You've got to move through that like it doesn't exist. You've got to prove the fear wrong. I mean, somebody will say to me, well, how do I say this? No, I can't say it. It's right. It's okay. Forget it. Fear is a nasty part. It is, Penny. It is a nasty person. It is a nasty part of ourselves. But it's a great teacher as well. It's a great teacher.
Yes.
Just push through it. Just push through it. The more you get trodden on, the more you have to push through it. Ange, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Just push through it, babe. All right. What are we up to? That was a fairly long reading, that one was. I don't believe we've got any other. Let me have a look. If anybody would like to put a donation through, you will be done. Your reading will be done straight away. Fear of not being good enough kills me. Yeah. But you've got to practice it, guys. All right, you've got to practice it. You can't stand behind that fear. It doesn't serve you. I learned a long time ago that it was good while it lasted, but at some point I had to step out of it. And the more you step out of that fear, the easier the transition becomes. Oh, Vanessa, absolutely. This first time I went live, I mean, oh my God, seriously? People are watching me. I have to talk to myself. If there's not somebody beside me, I have to talk to myself. I have to look at myself on the screen. People are watching me around the world. And that was scary to me until I told myself, well, okay, I'm on live. Just do the best you can. If they don't like me, they can just jump off. They don't need to stay. And yes, you do fuck ups. We fuck up all the time. I fuck up all the time. I swear like that. I mean, some people don't like it. If you don't like it, that's just who I am. I don't say it in a nasty way. It's just the way it comes across. And sometimes I put my foot in my mouth too. So, I know my limitations. Yeah, Andrew and we used to get on well at work, didn't we?
We did. But it's the fears, like Carol said, it's you have to push through that. You have to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, like fear, and in order for you to figure out, okay, well, I'm being silly for fearing that, because everyone will overcome it at one stage.
Well, Angie, you're in America. I'm in Australia. I hope I didn't make things worse for you, Ange. See, foot in mouth. 2 options in life, love or fear. Yes. But there is sometimes there, Vanessa, there is a between love and fear. And that is a good place to be in, because you can harness both of them together. It's duality of life, love and fear. I don't think I have heard Andrew swear before. Oh, he does swear. He does swear, Sonia.
The past I do, but the past few years I've tried not to.
Yeah, but he does around me. It comes out, because when I swear at him, he can't help but come out with a swear word. I'm a bad influence. Being dramatic is not really that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
You'll find it.
You know what it is? It's probably because you got no one to bounce off, and that's hard, not having a person next to you to bounce off. So that's why it's easy for us, because Caroline has me or I have her during these lives. But when I'm by myself, I shit bricks. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, okay, why if I just stop talking, and then when people are watching me, what am I supposed to say? If I said everything, I don't want to repeat myself. You know what I mean? So you do have that fear, that, but you just have to go with the flow, go with what the energy's making you flow with. So you just have to ride that wave. So I feel like it's but you just have to go with the flow. I'm thinking about doing lives in the future and on my own, some of the lives, and it's going to be daunting, because I'm going to be out there exposed for everyone, and I don't want to sound like I'm rambling on.
Exactly. It's that fear of being on your own and doing it on your own that like, oh my God, what am I going to say now? What do I say? What happens next? Oh my God, let's just turn off the live.
So there is that, there's always that fear, but you overcome it easily once you've done it a few times.
Yes, absolutely. Same guilty. What do you mean, Zoe Maria? Same guilty of swearing. Swearing is not a bad thing. I don't swear out of being cruel or nasty. I swear because it just happens to flow. It just kind of comes out of my mouth, but it comes out in a positive way, not a negative way. It's just one of those words. It's a descriptive word. Fear of being wrong or hurting somebody. Yeah. I see people bring a friend. You got this, Angie. I see people bring a friend. You got this, Angie. I'm not quite sure what that means, Vanessa. Do you mean she can do a live with a friend? I'm not quite sure what that means. You guys, Zoe, if you heard the way I speak to people physically, like my friends, it's quite different than what I'm talking to you here. I mean, I speak the same voice, but there are just more swear words in it. On lives, Caroline, I think. Oh, okay. All right. To go live. Okay. Yes, to go live. Get a friend. Get it going. And usually when 2 readers get together, it's not often that the readings will come up differently. And, some people have said in the past that they're writing off each other. And that's not just the way it is, because we can show you the cards to prove that it's not happening that way. And it's, the messages that come through are the messages that are meant to be heard by the person that's listening to it. Sweet Caroline. Hey Sonia, I'm just going to sink into my bed tonight. I've got brand new sheets, brand new everything on my bed, and I'm just going to go to nice. Yes. That was just a bit of gossip that I didn't need to tell you, but it just came out that way. All right, so
Yeah.
we don't have any more. There are no more donated readings to be done at the moment. So, who would either like to put through a donation to have an in-depth reading, or who would like a single card or a single message? If you have a question, I answer it intuitively for you, but it won't be long. It won't be a long answer. It will just be a short answer. And if Andrew picks up on anybody that has a question in the live as well, he could probably answer it too. But they won't be long. If you want more in depth, we can do that as well. Yes, I have pillows. I have more than 2 pillows though. I have to tell you, I had 12 pillow slips to wash. You know, that tells you how. I have 2 pillow slips on each one. One inside, one outside. I just took the whole lot off, stripped the bed completely. Not often it all comes off together. Not very professional to swear yet. Here I am swearing non-stop. I would love a single card, Vanessa. Vanessa, some. I don't know why, Vanessa, but they're showing me a haircut. Why are they showing me somebody cutting your hair? Are you thinking about restyling your hair? And if you are, they want you to go ahead and do it because they feel like you're in a bit of a rut and they want you to move out of that rut. Just let me know if that is something that resonates with you. I just feel like there's a haircut coming or a change in something to do with your hair. They're just showing me scissors. Sorry, they're just showing me scissors. They're just showing me scissors and they're showing me somebody cutting your hair. I got it, Cheryl. Me. I don't want a haircut. Okay, all right. Okay, there's something coming with a change. It must have something to do with changing things up, or there's change coming for you, Vanessa. It may not have happened yet, but something is changing. Something you need to change things up. They're asking you to change things up because it feels like you're in a bit of a rut at the moment. I got your donation, Cheryl. Thank you. Shave your legs, maybe.
Let's pull the card for Vanessa.
Hey?
I'll pull a card for Vanessa. I haven't really used this oracle deck much, so you have to bear with me. So the card that was drawn was Inner Child, Vanessa. So maybe it's a reminder for you at this time to perhaps go within. I'm not sure if you do any meditations or anything like that, or if you know about inner child, but maybe it's perhaps a time for you to revisit a part of you that takes you back to your inner child. Is there something? What I'm truly getting is there something that you're missing as a child that needs to be healed, or was there a part of your childhood that needed some love that you weren't getting? So the card is reminding you that it's only through going through that meditation or going through the inner work to get to the heart center and showing that love for that child that perhaps didn't have it often. You're giving signs of that inner child work, yeah, and that's a friendly reminder for you to do that. So I'm not sure if you're spiritually inclined or not, or it's something that you're practicing. But perhaps there's something that's in your inner childhood, the child work that needs to be, I want to say healed. So healed is a word I like to use for child inner work, but it's more revisiting that part of yourself that existed in the past, and giving yourself permission and okay for that to be, whatever happened, to be released, and sending it or giving it love and support during that time. By doing so, you're releasing a part of that energy that you're holding on to the current stage of your life. It's only through that heart space, Vanessa, that you'll be able to get into that. So it's reminding you to go into that heart space and then visit that part of the inner child work. But let me know if you're doing any spiritual work, or if you're that spiritual inclined as well, because I've got a feeling that perhaps you're starting off or you're already doing it. But yeah, to where you are, where your energy sits at the moment, it's reminding you to go back and do that inner child work. So that's what I have for you, Vanessa. Thank you.
Okay, we have Cheryl Connings, and then we have Penny Pridemore. Penny. So Cheryl, are you here? What's the time? Hang on a minute. I just have to talk to Andrew for a second.
So is this a reading for Cheryl?
Yes, it is. And then we've got Penny after that. It's an in-depth reading.
Yep.
You look at the private message, please.
Yep.
Cheryl, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? People, don't forget to like the live as well, or love the live, and send the love hearts across the screen for me so that I can see you. Show me some love hearts across the screen. That's it. Keep them coming, guys.
And for anyone that's new, that's coming through, please follow Caroline's Energy Healing Tarot Card Readings, her Facebook page, as well as if you can follow ours. If you like what you see, or we've done a free reading for you, we appreciate if you can do that. Mine's Temple of Light Holistic Services. So please like and follow us on those pages as well.
Hey Rick, how are you? Okay, so Cheryl, I've got a card here that just let me know if it resonates with you, because I'm going to, for some reason they're asking me to read it from the book, because they're saying you're going to miss something. So I'm going to read it from the book. So just let me know if this is resonating with you. All right, it's card number 5. So there are things that you perhaps are going through at the moment, obstacles and challenges. It represents a power struggle of some sort, or challenges that you could be facing in order to overcome them. It could be a difficult period to get through, but it's not impossible for you to open your mind and see the bigger picture of how something went wrong. Don't get caught up in it. Just pause and stand back for clarity. Observe where and adjust as required, or which decision you may need to make to change to enable you to move forward in a positive direction. Life is all about learning. Don't play the victim. Take the knowledge that you've gained from the experience so that you can apply it to a similar situation in the future. So what they're saying is learn from the lessons that you're going through at the moment, because they're designed, as I've said to other people tonight, to take you forward, to allow you to learn from them, not to hold you back from it. It often comes forward, this particular card, when competition is around you, whether it's in your personal or business life. This is an excellent time for you to think creatively and ask yourself, how can I make myself shine above all the rest? So, 5 is just usually about change. And we are seeing here obstacles and challenges are coming forward for you at this particular moment in time. And please, they don't want you to feel like you're trapped in any situation. It feels like that you've put yourself behind this wall of how can I put it? Of protection, Cheryl. So don't sit in that space of wanting to protect yourself. What they want you to do is learn from the situation that you're in at the moment. Just let me know, Cheryl, if this is resonating with you. You are being given. Your intuition is speaking to you, Cheryl, and you're not listening to it. They want you to listen to it. It makes sense. I'm still on the waiting list for the operation on my shoulder from my fall 6 months ago. Looking forward to being over the shoulder problems. Okay, all right. So they're the obstacles and the challenges that you're facing. What they don't want you to do is stay in that area where you feel trapped because of it. Right, there is an end coming to it, and your intuition at the moment is speaking to you about how you're feeling about everything, and you have that spiritual strength that you need to lean on at the moment. They want you to lean on that spiritual strength because it feels like you're carrying, again, I've said this to somebody else tonight, it feels like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and it must be hard for you when you're in this amount of pain to stay on top of everything. But just remember that you're doing the best you can with the knowledge that you have, and please lean into your intuition, lean on that, and just know that it's giving you the right information. Starting physio on Monday to get back better after breaking it. Okay. All right. Cheryl, are you feeling despondent at the moment because of your shoulder, or is there something else happening? I get the feeling that something else in your life is contributing to the way that you're feeling at the moment, because a few of the cards that I've got here are kind of negative, and even though you trying to lean on your intuitive nature to say everything is going to be okay with you, I just feel like you're trapped in this place of not being enough, the fear of not having enough, not being enough, some sort of loss that you're going through. And it's not the loss of freedom because of your shoulder. It just feels like there's something else emotionally going on as well. Do you feel like you're alone in this? Do you feel like something's going on in the background where you're not getting the support that you need? Just feeling a little confusion at the moment for you. Just let me know. I do feel bad that my daughter is having to do so much for me. She has health issues. Okay, all right. It just feels like you are in a state of not being enough. Like, okay, well, and you basically said that your daughter is doing too much for you, and you feel that you're the one that should be giving to her, not the other way around. And I totally get that, but you have to trust that she can do the right thing and not at the expense of herself. Right? She is helping you through a rough time, and that's what family is for. That's what caring for somebody does for you. So let her care for you. Even though she has health issues, she wants to do this for you. So that, I guess, the message in there is, don't feel bad for taking for accepting the help from your daughter. I've got another card here at the moment that talks about choosing wisely, and it's card number 7. I don't know what relevance this card has got to do with this, but I'm going to read it out anyway. Choosing wisely. It's a card that comes to you when you want to achieve, but too many choices, scattered energies, unrealistic expectations preventing you from attaining what you want. Opportunities are there for you. There is a decision that needs to be made at this particular time. The card is a reminder that there are options now around you that may appear to have all the influence and the power, but in reality, you're the one that's in control and responsible for all the choices that you make. So take the time to think and analyze it, and be careful to look at the different possibilities that are in front of you. Don't be too hasty just because you feel pressured, or that you're getting help from your daughter. Don't feel pressured into speeding things up. Don't be influenced by don't speed things up. Just let her help you. Okay? I'm blessed to have her. Okay, all right. She just wants to help. So make those choices and just allow her in. You got a little bit of shadow work there to do, Cheryl. For some reason, you don't feel like you're enough. It feels like you feel less than. It just, you have to know that you are important enough for your daughter to help you out. And I'm going to leave it there, and I'll let Andrew take over. Hi, Tina.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. When I first sort of tune into a little bit to your energy at the moment, what I'm picking up is that you're quite a lovely, nurturing lady, if that makes sense. So it's you would do anything for people. Generally, you do the kind things subtly to help people, whether it's in the past or even to this present day. I think you hate being in a situation. Obviously, going by what you said here on the comment section, but I feel that deep inside, you hate being, because you're such a giver. And I think when someone gives you or helps you or that kind of thing, you may feel like it's a hindrance, or you feel like, I don't deserve this, because you're such a nurturing person in general. The cards that I drew from the cards that I drew out indicates previously or leading up to this point, there's some obstacles that not obstacles that you had to face, but you felt like this is more of a general reading, by the way. It felt more like that you're struggling with the mundane stuff in life, so you will you feel like you're not tied down, but there was the same thing day in, day out. It was, you didn't feel like you can sort of escape or move out from the mundane life. So I'm not sure what you did previously or leading up to this point, but the feelings of being tied down and not be able to be free from what things that shackle you down, which has sort of led you to leading up to this point where you did a lot of not inner work, but you did a lot of inner side. You're looking into. There was a lot of things that you had to reflect on. What is it that made you happy, Cheryl? What things have you looked into into your life leading up to this point that was making you happy? What things that you're deciding on? Okay, what do I do to move forward? That kind of thing. So there was a lot of reflections leading up to this point. Yeah. So positive movement forward. Yeah, and you have done a lot of reflections. You've done a lot of you've gone in and gone, okay, well, what's going to make me move forward? What things are going to make me happy? That kind of thing. And sometimes life gets you in the way. So you're having an injury, that kind of thing. But on a different level, besides the physicality, inwards, so more of your soul energy aspect of yourself, you feel like you don't know where to go. So you sort of known, that you did a lot of reflecting, and you sort of knew where you want to go. But now's the time that you're facing is like, okay, well, I still don't know where I'm going. I can move forward, but it feels like everything that I tried to do, I've got challenges up my end. There's these swords here indicate, it's like you're feeling like you're constricted with everything, all the possibilities that are challenging to you, that's restricting you. But there is a path forward, or there's a way forward. All you have to do is just, not worry, or just do one thing at a time in order for you to step through those challenges and go into the next part of your life or journey. I think now you're still. It's hard because it's like you're beating yourself down a little bit. You've got the Hermit as an obstacle, which indicates that you're still finding your way through. You're using your own internal light to find your way through. How do I overcome this? But it's just a matter of you taking that gamble. So besides what's going on physically, that kind of stuff, once you're up and at 'em, and once you recover, it's up to you to sort of take that gamble and see where you spin that wheel and where you're going to land, because life is like that. You can make the right choices or you can make the wrong choices, but it doesn't matter which choice you make. There's always going to be a lesson or a positive outlook in most cases. If it's not a positive outlook, the learning experience will add to that positivity, even though the outcome is not. So you've learned something. In saying that, because you've given out so much in your life, and you are that type of lady that does that, and nurturing, you're a giver, the universe hasn't forgotten about you. The universe and your blessings from the universe, it's like karma, not karma as in the sense that, life karma, that kind of stuff, but what you put out into the universe comes back. Whether it comes back 1-fold, 10-fold, it doesn't really matter. And the universe recognizes that there is some positive has to come your way, which is how I got to that card here, the blessings, and then you got the 10 of Cups, which indicates that after the outlook of you taking that gamble, when you're able to do so and taking that risk, it's going to lead to a positive outcome, not just for you, but for your family around you as well. It's going to bring about a change of happiness, a change of, it'll be like a change of energy, lightness, that kind of thing to your family, which you feel like you haven't had for a while because the issues that you've got. But if you're a good person, and I've no doubt that you are, if you're a good person and you do the best things you can, or things that you can to be positive, the positive will come back. It could take weeks, it could take months, it could take years. It doesn't really matter, because it's like the universe knows, okay, well, it's your turn, and it will be subtle. My new phrase is not the problem. I'm just going back on your messages. Sorry about that. This is very simple. Yeah, and that's where the hermit comes in, with your things that your mindset has changed a lot lately. Still have more to go. And that's where the hermit is. It's finding your inner guidance, your inner light, and that's going to steer you through into the next phase, and represents more to go, more to come. But sometimes, Cheryl, as well, we do. If you feel like you're not, if you're not receptive, not just to abundance, but receptive to positive change, any positive change or any outlook, you create that block. So you're telling, the universe, quantum physics, whatever you want to call it, that I'm not ready, or I'm not, or I don't want it, because I'm not open to the possibilities of happiness, or possibilities of so yeah, it's just removing part of that block as well. That's moving blocks around you that you might have put there subconsciously as well, that's stopping you. But yeah, it's coming. It will come back. It's just a matter of you getting through that and taking those risks. Those, what's that risks, but taking that chance, or different chances, would lead to that better outcome for you. So I hope that resonated with you, Cheryl. But sometimes people think by doing more work or doing more things, it's I want to go out today and manifest this. I want to go out the next day and open this up and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes too much emphasis on particular things can cause a block from that flow, or that flow of things. Like when people worry about, sometimes some people have generally worry about money and finances, right? Because sometimes that they might not have it, or struggling, that kind of thing. And that's just the way of life, the 3D stuff. But if you're obsessive worrying about something, it does create. It tells the universe, I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want certain things, or I don't want money. But so not worrying about it, and not stressing over it too much, will create a better flow. And I haven't, to be honest with you, as a I don't worry about money, even though I'm not rich, I'm not, all this kind of stuff. I don't worry about money, and I seem to be okay. I seem to keep going on with my life, not worrying about things, because I'm not worrying about, okay, well, can I afford this? Even though I'm not rich, but by stressing over something that
he lies. He is rich.
Sorry, I'm not. I'm not rich, but I'll give you a prime example. Someone that I know that's close to me worries about money, and even from the time they knew about money to no doubt this person's in their 70s and 80s. They worry so much about money all the time, and it limits the flow of money coming through the door on a not only a spiritual but energetic level as well. So if you're worried about things around you too many times, or too much, or you emphasize that, you reside in that energy. You reside in that that field of having those walls up, or having those blocks up around you, and you have to tear them down more. So my whole message, I guess, for you, Cheryl, is not your daughter's there to be with you, to help you, support, even though she's not well herself. But if she didn't love you, she wouldn't be there to support you and help you. So it's a blessing. Yeah, it does. It makes you ill, and I've wrote about things that's made me physically ill to the point where Carolyn doesn't know this, but I've had times where I haven't slept at night, and the next week I'm getting my veins in my head popping, like the blood pushing through, and I'm like, "Hey, this is not good. I'm gonna have a stroke or something like that," because I can feel and that's not healthy. So you're right in that way. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, Cheryl. But you're a lovely person. I can see it. I can see it in your energy. It's but yeah, I think on a general level, you got more to do, but just allow it to happen naturally. Allow that what things you have to do, allow it to come up and do them. Don't rush it, and don't feel like you have to be. That you have to. There's a time frame. 'Cause there's no time frame.
Not Rick.
Right. That's Cheryl's reading for me completed.
Okay, Cheryl, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask about anything in there? Just let her help you, okay? Let her help. And just know that you're a beautiful person and that she wants to help you because you've always been there for her in the past. Okay, all right.
How are we doing?
Rick, what's going on with you? I mean, we're supposed to be doing Penny at the moment, but I just feel like you're a little bit, I don't know, something feels a little bit off. Hi, Bunny Hop. How are you? If you would like a reading, you can put through a donation, but we're just at the tail end of our live at the moment. Penny, we're doing you now at the moment. I'm good, thank you.
Doing you know at the moment.
Huh?
What? Doing you know at the moment? You said we're doing you know at the moment.
No, we're doing Penny at the moment.
Oh.
Oh, we're doing good at the moment? I'm doing good at the moment, I said.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you know. As in the game, you know?
No.
What's what you said?
It's not you know, it's Uno. Oh, okay. So he has been. All right. So something's a little bit off with you, Hawkeye. I don't like calling you Hawkeye. Sorry, I have to call you Rick. Doesn't feel right saying it the other way around. Penny. Penny. I'm not going to put that up there. I don't want to put it out there to the universe. I'm sending you positive energy, Rick. Right, Penny. Here she is. Just Penny needs to know. Okay, Penny, you've got some downtime happening for you at the moment because you don't have a job. My guides are saying to you, you need to get out there and you need to do something for either the environment or for those who are less fortunate than yourself, and they're being really pushy about it. They say that you instinctively know what to do, but they want you to get out and do it. So some sort of work that you can do. What do they call that, Andrew? Oh God, just work for other people. Not work for other people, but do do some free work for people.
Volunteering.
Yes, thank you. Just do some volunteer work. It's the tail end of the night. I had a busy day yesterday, but yeah, do some volunteer work for people. They want you to go out and get yourself. So they're saying to me that there's a group of people that need your help, and they want you to use the downtime that you've got at the moment through not working, even though you're still applying or you're wanting to find a job. They want you to get out and start doing some volunteer work, because it will put you in a place of feeling worthy, of feeling like you're helping people, which is the sort of person that you are. So make sure that you get out there and do that for yourself and for other people. They're just being really pushy about it. They're not usually that pushy. They've just kind of come out and said, no, she needs to do something with the time that she's got here at the moment. And we want her to go out and help people, because that's where she feels that she can do good things for people. Yes, community service, Tina. Yes, exactly that. They want you to nurture yourself, and the way that you can nurture yourself is through doing this community service, to do this, work for other people, the volunteering. So, okay, I believe I understand this. Okay, I know you understand that. Kind of like my psychic detective classes. Yes. All right. Just get out there and start helping people, because you just need to, I think on some level, you need some type of validation. And if you get out there and help people, this will help you to feel that validation for yourself. Right? And I'm not saying that, it's a good thing to get validation from other people. And we all whether we like it or not, we all like to get that validation from other people. I don't care who says, it's wrong or right. That's just the way it is. We do get validation from other people. So, but it helps you validate also who you are as a person, because you're such a giving soul. And I feel like it's pent up inside you. I feel like it needs to be released. Validations is a rough one. I don't take it easily. No, I know. But they're asking you to get out there and start doing some work for those that are less fortunate than yourself. You have a roof over your head. You have a car. No, you don't have a job at the moment, but there's a reason for that. They're lining one up for you. So take this all in your stride. You're doing the psychic detective classes. I don't know whether you're still doing that, but all of this is leading somewhere, and maybe they're sending you out on to do this volunteering for people, because this is somewhere where you will find work with the spiritual community. Who knows? A different group of people, something that will change the direction that you're moving into or closer to. Okay.
Thanks, Sonia.
Sorry, that was just from Tina. She just put through a donation. So we'll make Tina the last reading for tonight, I think, because Andrew needs to work in the morning. Thank you, Tina. All right, so new groups of people are coming to you, and I think that has something to do with the fact that they've asked you to go out and do volunteering work. I will have to see what I can find around here. You will find something, Penny. Right, you will find something, whether it's through a church group or whether it's through an outreach group. Church outreach is what is coming to me. You will find that group of people. So they're just showing me sleeping bags. They're showing me food bags when people prepare, little parcels, food parcels for people that you can give out to specific people. They're showing me soup room, or feeding people who are less fortunate by helping them. Just that type of volunteer work. All right, let's see what else there is. You are in a little bit of a state of worry at the moment, Penny. Outreach, but not church. Okay, yes, outreach is good. Outreach is good. A community development, they're saying community development group. Whether you have community houses there, Penny, I don't know if you have any community houses where you are, but we have a lot of them here in Australia, and they're grassroots teams of people. They're networking people. They are support for other people, that we have this here in Australia. So I don't know whether you have what we call community houses, which, you know, you can just walk into off the street and ask for help, or you can go into and walk in and say, look, I'd like to, you know, set up classes for people to do this, and they'll give you the area to work with. They just community development, strength in numbers, you know, do that type of thing. Your dad stopped wearing his breathing machine at night to keep him breathing. Oh, that's not good. Why? There's a CPAP machine? Why did he stop using that? That's not good. Oh, so this has got to do with this state of worry for you at the moment. I just feel like there must have been a reason why he gave it, why he's doing that. And all you can do is put your 2 cents worth in and tell him. They may have community cleanup. I know why, but he's lying to me when I ask. Okay, so then just basically give it back to him, but give it back to him gently. I'm being told that he's the sort of person that can't be told. A little bit like you, Penny. You can't be told, he can't be told. So tell him a different way so that he can understand what you're saying to him. Because just tell him that you've had enough loss in your life and you don't want another loss because he doesn't wear his CPAP machine. And if you know why he's doing it, maybe he wants to, I don't know, maybe he wants to join his mother, not his mother, your mother. Snap. Okay, so, you know, you've just said it. You wanted to go to your mum. Okay. He probably feels like he's done everything he possibly can in this earth, on this earth. It's a hard concept for somebody like us, Penny, who still has a life to live, and you don't want to give up that life. But, you know, when people reach what they call the end of they're faced with their own mortality, it feels easier sometimes to go to the other side than it does to continue living. And he has somebody to go to because he loved your mum. And he feels that it would be more precious for him to go there. But on the other hand, here's Penny, his daughter, and he's supposed to love you and want to stay here with you as well. So it's a hard choice. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy for him, and it's also not easy for you because, you know, you could wake up one morning and go into his room and, you know, he may not be there. That's just that would be really scary to me. He misses her so much, I know. Yeah. I've read what you said, Hawkeye, Rick. I read that. My dad is going through the same also, Penny. I feel it. Yeah. Yeah. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with him. All right. We know, you know what he's doing. You also have to explain very gently what it's going to mean to you if he leaves, because he wants to join his partner in life. It's really hard for me because I'm sitting on the fence here, Penny. It's not easy for you because you're his daughter, and the last thing you want for him is to leave. Part of me feels that I've already seen it. Yeah, but that's part of your gift, Penny. All right, that's part of your gift, which is probably why I'm seeing both sides here. I can see you sitting on the fence with this, which is where I'm sitting at the moment. I'm sitting on this wall at the moment and trying to understand both sides of it. And if I jump one way, I'm not supporting his right to decide. And if I jump the other way, I feel like I'm being selfish and I want him to be here. I've seen my mum's death and I've seen his, damn it. Yes, but this is part of your lesson. And at some point, and I'm not minimizing what you're going through at all, Penny, but at some point, he will be leaving. And at the moment, he's facing his own mortality. And he doesn't see that there's any more need for him to be here. He sees your strength, Penny. He sees that you are more than capable of doing life where you are on your own terms. He can see this. I heard that, Andrew.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yes, I know. We've only got one more to do. That's Tina.
No, it's all good. I just,
Yeah. Okay, so they want you to. Oh God, really? Seriously? Be gentle with him. Explain to him from a daughter's perspective what it would be like to lose him through his not wearing the CPAP machine, that you would miss him desperately, but you also understand, and I use both sides of this because he needs to hear both sides. Told him to make steps for when he goes, but also tell him that he has the right to make his own decisions about where he feels he needs to go in his future. I've told him to make steps when he goes. Yeah, and that's the right thing to do, Penny. It is the right thing to do. If he is thinking about things like that, you need to get on top of that now so that you won't be stuck with, I don't know, what the laws are over there about, properties and things like that. We will have the talk to him again. Yes. Yep. Just show him both sides of it. Show him that, you're acknowledging how he's feeling, but you'd also like him to acknowledge how you're feeling. So that kind of came about. Don't be too hard on yourselves through this, all right? And it's the child within you, Penny, that is going to miss him, all right? The adult side of you understands and accepts that he has the right to make his decisions, but the child part of you, your inner child, is the one that's going to miss him desperately. Now, because you're a medium, Penny, you also have the ability to be able to talk to him. So, if you do talk to him about this sort of stuff, you can always say to him, when you do leave this world, Dad, just make sure that you come back and talk to me because I'm here and I'm listening. The other night he freaked me out when I heard him stop breathing through the damn wall. Oh, my God. And with that, I'm going to hand you over to Andrew.
It's hard to be honest with you, it's hard for me to hear what you're going through. I know what it's about. I've got first-hand experience with my mum. She passed away in 2015, and I've seen struggles that she faced half of my life, probably since I was at the age of probably about 12, 13. She had a lot of health problems and health issues and stuff, and to see her slowly deteriorate to the point where she died at a young age and being placed in a nursing home is hard to it's hard to comprehend, especially when you're growing up into your 20s and 30s and so forth. The only thing that I would say on a human level and a compassion level is that whatever choice he decides on doing, whatever decision or whatever pathway he chooses, even though it would be hard for you to accept whatever's coming, don't waste it. And I know that just by knowing you and knowing around you, knowing the kind of person you are, I don't think that would ever happen. But if your gut's telling you, okay, this is what you think is happening, and it's in some time in the future, like you said, do the steps, but also have touch base with him and see where he's at, and allow your heart to open up and share moments and share time. It's allowing yourself to have those moments with him, that when or if or anything like that does happen to him, God forbid, not knocking on wood, at least you know that you did the best possible thing you could at that point of time, or leading up to that point. I know that you've got a huge heart, and I know that going back and what you spoke about humanitarian work or that kind of thing. I think allowing that part of you to open up to people that's in need would help fulfill I wouldn't say it's not an urge, but it will help you fulfill the happiness and joy that you get from helping people. That would be a right thing to do, is to go out there and volunteer or help or do some community work or whatever you like to do. Yeah.
What I said before, not quite two peas in a pod, but you're both as stubborn as each other.
Yeah, but I think with both of you, I don't know your dad, but what I'm picking up is that what I'm getting is that he's similar to you, to the point where both of you have a big heart, and sometimes when two big hearts get together and open up, it creates a powerful emotion or powerful energy between the two people. But what I say is, leading up to this point, you just you're quite a planner, and you like to plan things. You're methodical. You hold things that you hold dear to your heart within yourself, and this is the type of person you are. You're strong. You hold dear to what you find dearing to yourself, and that's what creates a strong foundation with you as a person. This sort of present energy, there's going to be a point where a clear thinking will come through. There's going to be a time where that it's going to be a sense of new beginnings. I want to say new challenges, but it's more the sense of new way of thinking, or a change of direction in the way you think, which is going to lead to a new opportunity for a change of energy and what you're passionate about. And reading you previously regarding the detective work that you're doing, it's that is one aspect of your interest, but even though it's an aspect of your interest, it won't fulfill your emotion. It will fulfill it, but not into that deep heart part. And that deep heart part is going to come with, I feel, with that humanitarian work or that community service work. That's going to be rewarding for you. But whatever happens beyond that, or in the future, with you and your dad, or any situation that happens with him moving forward, my only thing that I will say is whenever possible, spend those moments with him, even though he's stubborn. Sometimes, stubborn people like to be forced hugged, that kind of thing. But do that with, do that with your energy, and do that with your, um, do that with love, like you always do. But I would say, do plan what you need to plan methodically ahead of time, and have those difficult conversations. But also, in those moments, not just the good times, but share that special bond that you have with him, because I will every day. And you know what? And one thing that I don't regret, going back, in relation to this, the way my mum was, is that I don't regret, having those moments with her. I wish I had a bit more time, because she died at a young age, but I don't have that. I don't have any regrets, because I know that what I did for her was all I can do as possible, as much as I can within that time frame. But yeah, it's always going to be a difficult time, but it's just a matter of, it's a balancing act. And there's so many aspects of ourselves and our lives that we try to get a grasp on, but we can't do too many things at once and at the same time. But the main message is, you've got this card here, which says universal heart. So to me, that's you. And it's saying to embrace that universal heart, ground that universal heart, and open yourself up to the endless possibilities, and explore the light within yourself, that sparks that world around you, and sparks it sparks your own. I wouldn't say opening of the heart, but it's because whatever work that you decide to do, if it's humanitarian work or anything like that, because the love of what you're doing to help, it brings that light, or brings that spark to the people that you're helping. So it's fulfilling for you. I hope that makes sense, Penny. But my main message for you is do that work that fulfills you, that gives you heartwarming feeling, because that's who you are. But also plan, use your 3D world that we live on, to plan and methodically that you do well leading into the future, and be there for your dad as much as you can. I know you do, but try and be there as much as you can, in the sense of, when you can. It's a hard one, because it's not something that you come across every day as readers and stuff like that, because it's a hard situation, but there's no right and wrong. It's just the way things unfold. So I don't want you to think that later on down the track, if there's any regrets or anything like that, because we can't think like that. But it's more the fact that this period of time, allow your heart to move forward, allow yourself to move forward with your heart, to get to that point where you're like, okay, well, I've done everything that I can. I'm doing all this other stuff with my dad and work, that kind of thing as well. So I hope that resonates. But yeah, it's a hard one, and I feel for you, and I've been in that situation before. It's not an easy one to get through.
Penny, you asked before whether or not you should tell your brother what you think, and I actually do believe that you should. Yes.
Yep.
So you can't keep something like that to yourself. For some reason, my guides are saying he doesn't deserve that, but you need to tell him anyway. I don't know why they said that. All right. We're going to do Tina as a last reading, and then we will wrap it up for the evening. I will talk to him. Okay, good. Okay, love and light to you, Penny. Thank you for your donation.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, just take care of yourself, right? And just be gentle. Just be gentle. And I do mean that from my heart. Just be gentle. All right, no questions from Tina. Tina. Tina, I heard you say something on your live about you not being well at the moment. And I recall saying the last time I read for you that you had to be careful with your health. Um, did you fall or something?
No, she had a sore. I think
A what?
I think she had a sore or something like that. I'm not sure if she had a.
She fell. Okay, yeah, right. Sorry, I haven't reached out to you, Tina, to find out. I was thinking about you and I thought, oh, I wonder what happened. Okay, so, right, just let me go into your energy for a minute. This is a weird way for my guides to show me something like this, but they're showing me a jack in the box. So, when I see a jack in the box, they're showing me you as the jack in the box. So I feel like you're under pressure. You're in this box. You've made this little box for yourself, or you're in a place where you feel boxed in, and occasionally you spring out and then somebody pushes you back down again, and then you pop out again and then somebody's pushing you back down again. I don't know who this person is, but they need to be brought down a peg or two, because it's kind of pissing me off that they're doing this to you. So the jack in the box is you've got your space, you're in this space, and it's fine. But it's when you come out and be the Tina that you want to be, it's almost like they're pushing you back down and saying, no, 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 this is not happening. This is not the way it is. You follow me in the replacement. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Look, it could be your daughter that they're talking about. I'm not sure, but it just feels like somebody keeps pushing you back down whenever and that jack in the box is really important. So, you have this space, and yes, you're very grateful for the space, etc. And then when you shine, it's like somebody's pushing you back down into that box. Um, Are you making steps, or are you taking some sort of action, Tina, to help yourself out of the position that you're in at the moment? I'm not talking about the physical issue that you had with the fall. I'm talking about the other, where you're trying to find a space of your own to go to. Are you putting something together for yourself so that you can move into a place of your own, so that you don't have to be pushed back down into that jack in the box situation, that you will have your own space to move freely, that you can be the Tina that you want to be. They're just showing me you in your own private space, and they're showing me how much you're going to grow when this actually happens for you. The situation at the moment is you're doing the best you possibly can under the circumstances, and you keep pushing yourself forward, which is absolutely great that you keep doing this. They're saying they're acknowledging how hard it is for you to go through what you're going through, and you're pushing yourself out of it all the time. they're saying you're pushing all the time, and it feels like it's, is it ever going to end? They want you to know that it will end. Sorry, I had to close my eyes because I had to see what they were giving, the information that they were giving to me. I don't feel it's my daughter. I'm working on it. Okay, so perhaps it's you, Tina, that's feeling this way about yourself because you don't have that area of your own to work with. See, you're another one of these people like Penny that they're asking you to go out and do some sort of volunteer work. You have a lot of responsibilities where you are, and I don't know whether that means that you're caring for somebody while you're living where you are at the moment, whether you care for somebody whilst you're there, but you're giving to someone, doesn't feel like you're getting much in its place, like reciprocity from it. They want you to go out and do something for Tina. They want you to take care of Tina. So whether that means you going out, I don't know whether you have a car or whether you can bus it or train it, but they want you to go out and do something for yourself. I have no transport, so maybe bus it or something. You just whether or not you can invite a friend that has a car, whether you can go out and do that type of work. I'm in the boonies. What's the boonies? What the fuck is the boonies, Tina? What does that mean? I've never heard that word before. Boonies? Does that mean you're out in the sticks or something? Boonies. Explain. I just asked the same thing, Sonia. Outback. Okay. The woods. Okay, so I'm going to say to you, the boondocks. No, I don't know what the boondocks is either, Rick. But if you're in the woods, that's what I would call you're out in the sticks. Here in Australia, we call that the sticks. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You're out in the middle of whoop whoop. You're in the woods. You're in the sticks. Okay, so they're saying to me, it doesn't matter, Tina. You need to do something positive for Tina. Weigh in here if you like, Andrew, while I have a think about what else they're telling me.
Okay. First thing, I'm not tuned in, Tina, when I tuned into your energy. I was getting a sense of I'm not sure if you've seen a healer or if you're thinking about seeing a healer, that kind of thing. The only thing I can suggest, if you get a chance to, I know it's sometimes going to be hard to do, but just keep an eye out for a reputable person that does like multi-dimensional healing or interdimensional healing, because they'll be able to see different aspects and go deep into your energy field and be able to see what needs to be transmuted. That's a good word to say. But get someone to go in there and if they can and just give you a top up or the best clear out as much as you can. That would help clean up. I won't say clean up the energy because you're doing well, but it's just it will help transmit things that you can't see. So because people have different abilities and people can see different aspects, and everyone's unique in the way they do things. But if you can find somebody that has the gift of multi-dimensional healing, see them if you can, and whenever you can. Don't go out and rush and book it tomorrow or anything like that. But sometime this year, whenever you can. Leading up to this point, you've sort of been juggling up some choices, either financial or some things that reflect your home life or our 3D life. There's some choices. It's been up and down, and you don't know which way to go, what choices to make. But it's like being a bit of balancing act with leading up to this point and what where to go. But they're saying whatever choice you make, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates taking that, spinning that wheel and taking that chance, whether positive or negative. Either way, there's always a lesson to be learned from whatever outcome there is. Now, the reason I say, going back, and the reason why I'm saying about the multidimensional healing is because there could be things that needs to be cleared, or not just on an emotional level, but it's more of a physicality level. There could be things that needs to be cleared from your energy field that's there, like could be past dense energy, it could be something that's manifested or anything like that. Doesn't necessarily mean a thing, mean a particular thing, but they're about to do like an overall sweep of that, and that would help transmit a lot of things, help make you feel lighter and give you a fresh energy, or re-energize and charge, because I know that you're a reader as well, and you're quite you're quite talented and quite bright in that sense. But there's a sense of like when you go see a doctor, a general practice, a GP, a general practice doctor, they might give you an overall well-being advice. But if there's a specific problem, like just say a neck problem or a back problem, you see a specialist in that. Or if there's a ear, nose, and throat specialist, there's a specialist that does that. So it's just a matter of finding that right specialist that would be able to look in, that can target certain things that I might not see, or Caroline or yourself, or anyone that might not see. So it'd be good to do that, and I tend to do that at least once a year, because even though I do this sort of work, that's not my field, because there's people out there that have years of experience. But yeah, just don't make it like a mission or anything like that. So don't get me wrong, but it's more of a if you get a chance, if a thing pops up, and you go, okay, well, it's, the feeling's right, and you have that connection with that that person, whatever. Say it, but just make sure they can do multi-dimensional stuff for you. Now, I'm getting the outcome of when you take that chance in the present day, or take that gamble, and you don't know if it's going to be positive or negative. The outlook's going to be, I'm getting a male figure that's probably middle-aged or older, that the Knight of Swords is facing down, so which to me indicates that it's going to be a sense of confusion, a sense of someone that's good with the words but don't use it in a positive way. So it could be someone it challenges you on an intellectual level, or on an intellectual level, that's probably going to cause you to sort of want to move away, or to cause you to move away, or for you to show no interest, because whatever they're selling, you're not going to buy, because I think you've got the ability to see through it. But the overall future sort of aspect is, from my advice, is that you'll have a balanced approach, and you'll be able to see see through to the light that you're working on. It's not gonna be hard, but it's not gonna be easy. So it's just you're gonna be finding your way through to that tunnel at the end of the light, just say. But from there, it's gonna bring about a new sense of change, and what you hold dear, either financial or home life. It's going to be a sense of new beginnings for you, and new possibilities. But what they tell them is for you to keep working that you're doing, keep doing, because you're a hard worker, and you do it because you have not just an interest, but it's you're a hard worker, and you don't take your eye off the prize as such. But you know, you need to have a bit of fun with it as well, because it's not as it's serious at times. There's dips, so there's parts of being serious in what you do, but have fun with it as well and enjoy what you're doing. But yeah, it's time. But this year, but I feel that's time. It's transmutation. So yeah, of course you are. You're born ready, and you work hard. I can see it. You work hard for it. But there's gonna be times where, you know, someone might doubt you, or put fear of doubt in your mind, or you know, or someone that, you know, might outwit you, that type of thing. But yeah, it's this year though. I want you to, if you can, focus on enjoying the progress, keep working hard, enjoying it, but also take care of you as well. It's about that self-worth that Caroline mentioned earlier. It seems to be the theme of the day. Month is self-worth, and doing a bit of that transmutation work and clearing out things that I can't see or you might not be able to see. That would help towards not only would help not open you up, but would help things flow better for you. It would in turn filter out into your physical world as well, because a multi-dimensional person that does the healing does all that. So they're able to see things in your energy field, in your body fields, and that kind of thing that could that would help. It branches out into your everyday life, because it's, you know, everything's matter, energy, that kind of thing. But yeah, you know, violet flame is good way to transmit a lot of things. No doubt you've heard about violet flame out there. There is a violet flame you can use. See if you can get attuned to the violet flame. There's probably plenty of people you can look up online that do violet flames, but always choose a reputable person if you can. Get attuned to that, and then you can use that for yourself anytime you want, to transmute anything that you wanted to transmute. But also, you know, could be listening to music, listen to certain types of music. It doesn't have to be frequency music that everyone talks about. It could just be uplifting music. It could be those types of things as well that transmutes energy. Sometimes I listen to classical music. Sometimes I just listen. I'll turn on YouTube, and I'll listen to dolphins for like an hour, just with the frequency, and that's the best. That's the best sort of thing you can listen to. It doesn't have to be certain drumming or that type of stuff. It could be just natural stuff, nature stuff. But definitely, you know, if you know, there's probably a reason why I said dolphin. So maybe if you get a chance, go on YouTube and play meditation dolphin sounds, and just play it for like an hour and just sit in there and just relax, because the dolphins have a healing ability too. That, you know, they're smarter than us. They've got two brains. You know, there's something in that. You know, so listening to dolphin music, that would help transmute things as well. But like I said, there you go, have a dolphin too. You know, it could be somewhere from your past soul's life, you know, eons ago, who knows? But see a multi-dimensional healer that does a lot of the stuff. Don't make it a priority. Don't rush and get one. Don't think like you have to do that. But just take your time. If you see one that comes past your way, if you see one and they're reputable, just ask about them. What can they offer? What do they do and stuff? And just see what they see. You want to clean up of everything. You know, like it's like a retune of your energy, and you'll find that the energy that flows through you is more. You'll feel it more. But keep working. There is going to be that sense of bit of roughness in the outlook, like roughness, but bit of exclusion, or it feels like you're not getting anywhere, that kind of thing. But but if you keep working hard, it's going to bring about a new opportunity, new opportunities for you. You know, I haven't, you know, earlier, like last year, I've met you, but then I haven't really been out there for a while, and then I've seen you again on Facebook with you doing really well. She's doing really well. I was surprised because you are working hard towards that. You can see that. I saw that. So I don't want you to feel like I don't want you to be in your head about it, because you've got that talent and that skill that you have already. It's just a matter of it's just a matter of, what's the word for it? It's cliche, but it's about living your best life now, and you know, you've got that talent and experience and all that. Now bring it out into let that filter out into your physical world, you know, and that's where the cleanup probably would help, overall cleanup. So I hope that resonates with you, Tina. But
sorry,
are you playing that dolphin music?
Hang on.
But I'll give you an example. I've got one on YouTube I listen to. It's called like dolphin meditation or something like that. And it's quite it's just dolphin frequency. You can hear them getting.
Oh, seriously, it's not meant to work. Forget it. Didn't work.
Tina, I'll send you the link on DM if you are happy for me to do that. The one that I listen to. You can change it up. You don't have to listen to everything. You don't have to listen to it, but it just gives you an idea. You know, if you live close to a beach, if it's summer over there or it's spring or warm weather, go to the beach if you can and go into the salt water, and just even asking the dolphin once you're in the beach. Asking the dolphin energy to come through and help cleanse you and heal you and all that kind of stuff. You can draw in that nature into your surroundings. You don't have to be physically in the spot, but it's just it's just about you. It's just about you getting out there and drawing in that that healing energy as well through nature, going into the woods or forest or the beach. So natural resource like that. If you have a river, go into the river if you can and just lay there amongst, you know, a steady rock or steady rocks, and just allow the water to rush past your body and your fields. So all that's cleansing. But I hope that resonates, Tina. But I'll send you that what I listen to. I'll send that to you, and you can you have a listen.
Sounds good. I'm sure it has. So we're going to do a different outro, guys, tonight, because I think we're just about done. Andrew's got to get up for work tomorrow, and I'm absolutely exhausted. But we're going to do a different outro tonight. So
I'm scared.
Huh?
I'm scared.
No, don't, because it was your idea to start with, and I think it's a lovely idea. So I want you all to the people that are left here, I just want you to sit back and maybe we'll take each other off our cameras, and we're going to do a different outro. So just hang in there for a couple of minutes while we go through this. And just sit back and relax and listen to what we have for you. Andrew, are you going to take yourself off screen?
Yeah, I can do that.
Andrew.
I'm here.
Can you please read the private chat?
I didn't have that singing bowl out.
Oh my God!
Oops.
Can you
No,
just go
I
into
didn't think you wanted it.
Are you serious?
I didn't have that. I didn't think you wanted it, so I didn't bring it
All
out.
right. Okay.
Maybe
It's
next
okay.
time.
We can stay on the screen. I will do the outro wherever you guys are. I've got to get you back on here. The suspense is killing you. Yeah. So have a listen to the outro, please, and enjoy the sounds that are coming to you.